Okay, Manny. Hello. I'm very tired. I look like I'm about to die again, even though I'm not like sick like I was last time. But I am here. I am here. How are you? Long time no see.
Good, bro. I am good.
Good, good. My hands are getting better. They're not perfect. God, man. This is the longest fucking shit ever. I'm gonna go fucking Gattaca on this shit when I'm back. Truly. Hopefully. No promises. Maybe if I feel like it. Um yeah. You ready to get
Yeah.
started? It's been a long
Yeah.
time. Mm. So there's a lot of stuff that's happened. A lot of news. A lot of things worth talking about. For starters, last episode was end of February. So since then, when was Super Bowl? Did we talk about Super Bowl last time? We talked about it off stream. I mean, off camera. You
Did
ta-
we?
yeah, you told me about the whole Taylor Swift thing. I learned about it from you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many times did they cut to her?
So many times.
Really?
First, bunch of times.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. I forgot about this.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like I think someone, I'm gonna have to look this up, but I think someone said it was the most watched thing on cable ever, like of all time. I'm like,
I, I doubt it.
people said it beat out the moon landing. Hold on, I'm looking that up. Super Bowl watch records. Super Bowl watch records. Super Bowl LVIII, whatever that means, is the most watched program ever, averaging 123.4 million viewers across all platforms, up to plus 7% versus last year's Super Bowl. But like, is the most watched program ever? What was it before that? Most watched program ever. Because you want to know what changed it this time? It
It's
was,
just in. It's talking about. I guess this is U.S. history. Yeah.
yeah, the Apollo 11 moon landing on July 20th, 1969 is reported to have been watched by 125 to 150 million people. This figure has not been substantiated, which is only published figures for the moon landing based on household viewership. Oh. And then everything else just says Super Bowl, Super Bowl. MASH! The season finale of MASH. The OJ trial. Oh, yeah, he died. That's a great segue. OJ died. I mean, there's nothing to say, but now we'll never know. Just like right before you die, I did do that shit. uh, that's funny, bro. All the way up until the end, he's been. There was like there was a news article. I don't know like if I should be laughing about this, but there was one like thing that he said where he's like who knows? It could be anybody. It could be any of us. I was like, okay. That was so funny. I don't know. It makes me feel like maybe he didn't do that shit if he brought that shit to the grave like that. But yeah, lots of stuff happened. Toriyama, rest in peace. 68. That was quite a
Yeah, that
moment.
was devastating.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was older than what's his face? Berserk guy. Kentaro Miura.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not like he was, obviously he's working on stuff, but it wasn't like a no, he didn't finish the main thing that he did type thing. And he was 68. Like, that's still kind of early, but it's not like, it's not too young. It's not like 52. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. But yeah, the GOAT. Favorite Dragon Ball moment? I know we've already talked about Dragon Ball extensively, but
Favorite Dragon Ball moment. Man, there's so many. Um, I like I like when Piccolo fought 17, and I like when Gohan came down from like the Kai world to fight Super Buu
Mm-hmm.
after he absorbed like Piccolo and them.
Yeah.
I love that moment.
Yeah.
It's so cool because like they have the Gohan song theme song going, and
Mm-hmm.
then Boo's like 8 feet tall, like looking down on Gohan. So he's like, hot shot, you want to fight Majin Buu? It's like, going
Yeah.
to fight you? Nah, I want to kill you. I love that shit.
It's crazy. His stuff, like, even just like his stuff for video games like Dragon Quest and like Chrono Trigger, even though he didn't like make the stories, just his designs made them like the most
Yeah.
influential games of all time, which is
His
crazy.
GT designs.
Yeah.
I think his designs are, even his Z designs, I think they're so underrated, bro.
Nah,
I think
they're properly rated. People love them.
I think Majin Buu is so cool because it's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Effortlessly simple.
yeah.
That's why that's all he did after he finished Dragon Ball. It's like new Jump Force character, but it's designed by Toriyama. Ooh.
Oh, and she was dope too in Fighter Z. Just like one.
Yeah. Android 21. He's did a lot of custom designs of like specific characters like later on. But yeah, not much to say. But
even like Cell's early forms. I love those.
I love like Form 1 Cell. Form 1 Cell is cool.
He's like disgusting.
I like the Cybermen. I think the Cybermen are like, I don't know, as like little minion guys, they look really cool. I remember as a kid being like, I played a Cyberman in Budokai. I'm like, you can play as one of the fucking minion guys? How does that work? Good times. Oh, did you see the Budokai gameplay?
Yeah. I saw a little bit of Sparkins there.
Oh, it looks so good. It's like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
It looks sick.
Yeah, I'm excited. The connection's going to be ass though. And that's going to be fun. What else? The Eclipse. So you were like, oh, we're watching the Eclipse, but you didn't have glasses. You were just looking at that shit with your bare eyeballs.
I was like, we was like looking at it for like a second, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I looked at it for like half a second and I got like a real headache. Just for like half a second. I got so scared. Oh, I was like, no.
We like, yeah, we were just talking shit. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
But of course, we were only like in the 92% totality.
Mm-hmm.
But the 100%, the videos of it are so crazy.
Oh, damn. I got to watch them.
Cool. Oh, you haven't seen them?
No, I haven't.
People are like, there's like a little trend.
They were enraptured in darkness. Like, was it like the world was in darkness? Like, what happened?
No, the people doing like fucking, like they're doing like domain expansions, like JJK shit, and like perfectly timing it.
That is amazing. That's amazing. That's really funny. Oh, I wish I thought of that. That's good.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think the next one is in 2044. I think wherever the 100% is, I have to be there. Like I have to see it.
Yeah. What could you see? Like, could you even really see anything with like the naked eye? With the glasses, like when you look through them, they're completely like black. You can't see anything through them. So when you look at the sun, you do see like a perfect circumference of the sun and like nothing else. And when it was doing the eclipse, like you could see like the eclipse like going over the sun. And obviously from our angle, we're not going to see it like do the perfect circle, but I could see like the shit happening. And I was like, this is fucking cool. Like obviously you're looking at it and it's just like a yellow circle covered by a black circle, but like the fact that it's real and the fact that it's the sun and you're like seeing it and you know like this is like a one-time thing, it's just like, bro,
it's unreal. Like it kind of reminds you that you're on a planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does, and that's why I was like,
we're on a rock.
We're on a rock, floating through space, and nothing matters, and it's crazy. I really wanted to watch Interstellar right after. I'm like, I need to see space again. There's like a shot in Dune of like a close-up shot of like the sun getting engulfed by the eclipse. I'm like, I'm literally in Dune right now. It's so cool. Yeah. So that was cool. That happened. Today's the 12th, and that was on Monday. So yeah,
that's cool. Very
that was
cool.
pretty cool.
I like
Fucking Oscars. Well, Anime Boston is like the big thing that like we should talk about. I forgot about that. Just had it on the short list of things, but I don't know how much you have to say, but
no, not much.
not much. Yeah, Manny went. I did not go this year, but Manny went for a day. First time.
Second time.
Second time.
Oh, first time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there, but I didn't go last year.
Right.
Yeah, I went. It was a good day. It was a better day than last year. So it was a good day.
Did we talk about the Trigon guy on here? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
Yeah. Manny had a negative interaction with Vash the Stampede. He was not jovial and nice. And
yeah, I had Vash Stampede for a picture, and he did not take a picture. Whatever. It's like I told the people I went with, I told them the story in detail, and they were like, "Yo, we got to keep an eye out for him." But then we saw like 3 different Vashes. Last year we saw one. It was the one guy, but we saw 3 different Vashes, and they were like, "Is that him? Is that the guy?" Because his Vash was like really good, and everyone else's like was kind of like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And they were like 2 of them were black, so I was like, it can't be that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't see him this shit. But we saw first thing we did, went to a Lolly show, Idol showcase. That's this Idol show.
Lolita fashion, like they're wearing the dresses and stuff. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, they're wearing dresses, singing, dancing.
Yeah.
The crowd was pretty big. It was cool. A lot of the songs are pretty fire.
That sounds really fun.
Now, some of the performances were really good. Some of them were like kind of cringy.
Okay.
But, hey. And then like most of them were in groups, and then this one like actual Japanese person went up there by herself, and she was going crazy. She was really good.
That's cool.
Then after that, we just went like to the vendors. My boy like he joined the Street Fighter like tournament.
Yeah.
And he played in that. He did pretty good.
He did?
I think he went to like the semi. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's cool.
Then I was telling like, you know how there's like the game section, there's everyone like a bunch of people playing games. I told my boys, if there's Mortal Kombat, I will play it, but there wasn't. It's not anime.
Yeah.
So.
You can just pull it up probably. Like that's the thing about it. Like you just sit at one of the computers. It's probably on one of them. You know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But everyone was playing like Storm 4, Fighter Z, Smash.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's so beautiful about that. Because that's the shit that I play. Like I don't play like normal fighting games. So when I pulled up and I'm seeing niggas play Storm, like let me mop you in Storm. I'll never forget. I sat down. I fucking mopped this kid in Storm. I ruined his entire day. I was like, yes. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I wanted to play Storm, but then I was like, I've been playing since high school. I didn't want to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
My boy versus somebody, this other black guy, who thought he was in Fighter Z. He thought he was hot shit.
Bro.
My boy went in there, humbled him.
Ooh. I know. It's such a different feeling when you play someone in a fighting game in real life. Like even if you beat their ass and it's like over, it's like, bro, I get to watch your face crumble as I like destroy you.
Yeah, he was, because he beat the guy before, and my friend went in.
Yeah.
Got him out there. That was good.
Yeah.
Then after we saw, well, we was gonna do this speed friending event, but my boy didn't have an ID, so we didn't do it. And then we saw it was like a cosplay like showcase where like all the elite cosplayers would like go on stage. And then I was kind of walked around. I took a picture with Ronnie, the witch,
Yeah.
from Elden Ring. That was the highlight. And then that was it. And apparently, I didn't know, but like, I didn't know last year, but I guess at like past 11 p.m., they do like hentai shit.
Yeah. But like, I think they just like show it on like, there are areas in rooms where there's just anime playing and you can like sit down and watch like anime, like I guess on like a projector or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that that's it. Maybe there's some events and some panels like in relation to that, but I've never done that before. Yeah.
Yeah, that was anime awesome. It was cool. A lot of nice cosplay. I wish I took more pictures.
Yeah.
Because I was in a group, so my group were kind of like, they were kind of antisocial, which I don't blame them because I'm kind of introverted too. But if I saw a nice cosplay, I would go up and ask for a picture. I wish I took more pictures though.
I think after, how many times have I been? Twice. I think now having gone 2 times, I know what to expect and I know how to like act when I'm there. Because I was antisocial the first few times. I was scared. But like, people dress up because they want you to take their picture with them. They want you to like talk to them. I'm probably going to dress up next time. Like, it feels weird not being dressed up and everyone else is dressed up.
Yeah.
I would dress up next time. And then I would get excited about other people's dress up. And I'm like, oh my God, we're both dressed up. Isn't that so cool?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I got an important call.
Okay. Take your time.
Real quick.
Yep. All right. We're back. Had like a 5-minute break. But yeah, Anime Boston's cool. I was sad that I couldn't go this year. But literally going through like the lowest financial point in my life ever. And I need to not be spending too much money and paying off this damn credit card. So hopefully I'll go next year. Hopefully I can dress up next year and do all that fun stuff. I did the speed friending thing last time, and one of my friends that I've talked to like consistently nearly every day, except for the past few months, I met like at that thing. So yeah, depends. There's some cool people, but I feel like once you get the hang of it and once you like go often and you kind of understand the vibe, you'll probably just make friends like naturally by just meeting people. Cause like it'd be the same people that go, you know? Yeah. So
what was the speed friendly thing like? Because like we was looking at the event schedule, it was like we can do karaoke or this, because we were trying to burn time.
Yeah. And
then we went to karaoke, then like they said karaoke's full, and then we just like, all right, let's go speed friendly.
Yeah. It's like there were 2 separate ones. One of them was like you would sit down and talk to someone for like 5 minutes, just about whatever, 5 or like maybe like 10 minutes, and you guys just like have.
Not to be like your favorite shows, man.
It doesn't have to be about anime. Like I usually wouldn't talk about anime like at those things, and it just kind of like forces you into a position where like it just kind of breaks the ice, where it's like your first conversation is like the decent one.
No, I just remember something really funny. Because before, like, we was in line for a speed friendly thing, and then we found out, like, our boy didn't have ID. And we was in line, and I was like, yo, what are you gonna talk about? And I was gonna be like, yo, I was like, AOT Clear is your favorite show. And then my boy was like, yeah, Bleach is the best show. and then my boy was like, yo, yeah, he was like, then we started talking about Naruto. He's like, yeah, I was saying that like Obito like slams Itachi, right? And then we got in a huge argument, which I ended up winning, by the way. And then I was like, yo, once we'll see Obito and Itachi walk through the hall, and we'll ask them. And we saw Obito come. We stopped and we were like, yo, Obito, come here. He's like, yo, Obito, would you beat Itachi? He was like, of course. That was really funny.
That's funny.
I wish I got that on video. That would have been a funny video.
Yeah.
And then one more thing. And then I saw, when I was walking up, because I parked kind of far.
Mhm.
I saw Senku from Dr. Stone, and I was like, I went up to him. I was like, yo, Senku, this is fire. Fist bump. I was like, yo, I've never seen Dr. Stone cosplay before.
Yeah.
This is one of the best I've seen.
Oh, did he take a picture?
And I was like, no, I wish I
Oh,
did.
okay. I can't even
And
imagine what that looks like in my head. Like,
yeah, he looked pretty cool.
oh
Like he
man.
had the E equals MC squared
Oh, that's
little
awesome. That's awesome.
with the hair. That was dope.
I want to
What
figure
was
out
you saying?
what the hair looks like. No, I just I enjoyed Anime Boston last time, and I'm excited to go again. My friends like go every single time. I used to go with them, but I didn't go with them anymore. Just because I've been broke for the past few years. But yeah, we'll make sure the stars align. It was early this year. 2022 was in May. 2023, I think it was in April, and it was fucking March this time. I'm like, what? Caught me off guard. I was like, damn, why so soon?
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, shit's good. Shit's fucking good. Now, with that said, other news. The Oscars. We talked about it, I think, off screen, but Oppenheimer won. Daddy Oppie. Daddy Nolan. Getting them dubs. Dropping them bombs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Oppenheimer was just released in Japan recently.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Is there like a response?
I don't know, but I've seen like some individuals talk about it. They're saying like it's a good movie, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't recommend it to Japanese people and shit like that.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just kind of how I felt watching the movie. I'm like, this is inherently kind of awkward, and I thought that the movie was at some point going to justify that, and I felt like it didn't. I feel like if the movie was what I wanted, it would be something that Japanese people could watch in spite of like them being on the receiving end. So, but it won, and Poor Things, and Emma Stone won for Poor Things. Fuck yeah, shit was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Things won a lot of stuff, which I'm happy about. And it's on Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu, but it's available digitally, and I know you have your ways, your magic to find things. So one of these episodes, I will just recommend Poor Things because I'm confident that you'll enjoy it and stuff. And I'm trying to think. Godzilla -1. Have you heard about that? All the buzz around that movie? No? You'd like
I'm not
it.
really interested in Godzilla.
Yeah, that's understandable. Not the one that just came out. The Japanese one that people liked. But yeah, it's whatever.
And the Boy in the Heron one.
Oh yeah, Boy and the Heron. Boy and the Heron. Miyazaki wasn't there in spectacular fashion, as as expected. But that's cool. I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad. Do you feel like it should have won compared to Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I was talking to my friends about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard getting through their head like about it.
Yeah. What do your
Don't get me
friends
wrong.
think about the movie?
Nah, they didn't even watch it,
Oh, okay.
but they just hold the strong opinion that Spider-Man's so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't watch the movie, so I
Even-
can't stand it.
Even at a glance, Spider-Man just like, I don't know. It really set a new standard, at least animation-wise. So I can understand like where someone might be coming from, even if they didn't watch Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've watched other Miyazaki movies, you get the
Oh,
idea.
Oh well, wah wah.
Wah wah.
Spider-Man's been holding L's, bro.
Oh yeah.
Got delayed.
Yeah.
They lost the Oscar, and they lost Game of the Year to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Marvel in general is taking L's. Did you see the Deadpool trailer?
No.
No. Do you? Oh yeah, you don't care about the Marvel stuff. Well, no Marvel
No.
movies this year.
I like Deadpool.
Deadpool. So the next one is going to be like Deadpool and Wolverine specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch the trailer, but I'm probably going to watch it, and I'm probably going to enjoy it. Because why wouldn't I? It'll be fun.
Yeah. I saw the Joker trailer.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Tell me. Talk to me.
I'll just let you watch it.
Should I watch it? I kind of like to not watch things. I might want to be surprised. Let me know. You can tell me what's in it, but I think I might just not want to actually watch it myself. I'll see it in the theater at some point. I should have watched it before I hopped on here, but
yeah, you see it in the theater.
Yeah. Is it a musical? You don't know? Probably. Are you excited?
Of course.
Of course. Good. I'm looking forward to it as well. Manny, did you know about the Wcdonalds sauce? Did I talk about this with you? For McDonald's? They did a Wcdonalds sauce, like a W, in reference to anime. When they do the...
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing this anime stuff they've been doing.
Yeah. I wanted to eat it, and I was driving around. I went to like 2 different McDonald's. I'm like, you got the Wcdonald's sauce? They're like, no. I'm like, fuck! And I missed it, and I'm so sad.
Oh, it's not a thing no more?
It's
not a thing no more?
No, it's old. It was like a few months ago. So like,
oh
yeah, this is what I get for not having ads on anything. I didn't see it because it was like I missed the window. I'm so depressed. Ugh, we'll never experience the Wcdonald's sauce. I'm gonna have to buy it for $9,000 on eBay. Did I tell you that I had? I'm so embarrassed to say this, but it's funny. I had a Szechuan packet in my cupboard because I'm like, I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna sell it when I'm like 50 years old. But it like ripped because I just like it was like just shaking around and it like kind of spilled in the cupboard. So there's a little bit of Szechuan sauce like in my cupboard, and stupidly, ignorantly, don't judge me, but like just instinctively, I like touched it and I licked it because I'm like, I need that Szechuan sauce. And I almost died, dude. Just from one lick, I was like, it was like one of the most like rancid, disgusting things, like spoiled, month-old Szechuan sauce that's been laying there frozen. Ugh. Have you ever tried the Szechuan sauce? Damn. It's alright. It's okay. It's not that crazy. But yeah, those are the Oscars, the Wcdonald's sauce. There was a new Joker trailer, and I just was scrolling through my anime news network, and there's a new My Hero movie coming out, which is crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and season 7's about to drop.
Yeah, I think it's like in tandem with that. And you're excited for season 7, right? Like you're gonna watch it?
I want to watch it, but I want to say I'm excited.
Okay. And then the new Mononoke trailer came out, and I just watched it. It was only like 30 seconds, but hoo-wee. It's gonna be good, Manny. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be eating tonight. We're gonna be eating. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. That comes out very soon in Japan. I think it said like July or something. Either way, I'm looking forward to that. And then there's a movie called Mars Express. It's an animated movie that's French. Have you heard of this movie? If you see the poster, if you watch the trailer and you look at the animation, you'll probably want to see it. Comes out May 3rd, but I'm going on a trip from April 26th to May 9th. So I'm not going to be here. And it's going to be one of those limited releases, and then it's going to take a fucking year to come to Blu-ray, and I'm going to be so annoyed. But Mars Express is an animated movie that you will probably enjoy a lot. And I really want to see it, but I'm probably going to miss it. So, yeah. That's coming out May 3rd. And that's basically all the trailers. Lastly, 2 more topics before we get into the shows. What's going on with TikTok, Manny? Are they banning TikTok? Do you understand what's going on with TikTok?
I don't know.
Do you use TikTok anymore?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
TikTok's
getting spoiled on anything as of recently?
Yeah. There's nothing to spoil.
Not JJK?
Surprisingly not.
You haven't gotten spoiled on JJK?
Oh, I have
Oh, okay.
like months ago, not anymore though.
Yeah. My friend told me it's probably gonna end like the manga like at the end of this year, which is interesting.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that, and then as time has passed, this is not really as much of a story anymore. But J. Cole completely bitched, double
Oh,
bitched.
that was crazy.
It was actually crazy. Might
Yeah,
delete later. Does delete later. Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, do you have anything to say about it? Like, you're the J. Cole fan.
I saw someone Twitter say this is my 9/11.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I think just the way he went about it, just the fact that it was like 2 days after, he dropped the disc, or like a day after.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Maybe if you gave it like a week, a month or two, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but honestly,
But
like, I respect that he said it. It's embarrassing because, like, how do you get to the point? I mean, I guess I can't blame him because, like, it must be a lot of pressure when, like, Kendrick disses you and everyone in the world's like, you gotta respond, bro. And you're just, like, kind of scrambling to say some shit quick. And then you immediately are like, that was a bad idea. It's just like what the fuck were you thinking? It's so weird.
The thing is, I know the pressure and shit, but J. Cole is like 35 years old.
I know.
You've been in the rap game for so long. I'm not trying to hear that excuse, bro. Like,
I know.
you're such a top respected rapper. You're a legend, living legend. And for you to get like peer pressured into dropping a weak diss against another legend.
Yeah. What's embarrassing about it?
What he should have did was like take his time with the diss instead of like rushing it out.
There's nothing he really has to say, you know?
Yeah.
And that was the problem. Like, what's even more embarrassing about it is that Kendrick in his thing is Kendrick's basically saying, like, my shit is so try hard that you don't understand that we are not the big three. It's just me. Like, I'm like over here and you're over here doing your own thing. And I understand that. Like, at least I understand that perspective. And as J. Cole, to hear that when you're just trying to be nice, you didn't even like say something mean. It must be like, nigga, what? Like, I'd be pretty pissed off if I was him. But it's almost like validating what Kendrick said by him being ignorant enough to make a diss track in response because he just ultimately felt insecure that Kendrick said he's like smarter and better than him. You know, and it just like
the fact that Kendrick is just like this radio silent too.
Drake.
Like he didn't have any like Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like he said the diss and nothing else has come from him. So
because he's smart. He knows there's nothing the guy could say, and there's no
he just beat him with silence.
Yeah.
And then this guy just folded.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what an interesting event.
As embarrassing as it is, I think it is good that he just fessed up and just said it was lame from the jump. Because like if he did wait, like it would make more sense like to us, but it's I don't know, it would show more ignorance because it took him longer to come to that conclusion, you know. At least he immediately was like, yeah, that was fucking stupid. But God, man, it just kind of like makes me feel like these people are idiots. I don't know.
This is a good feat for Kendrick. You know what I mean? Like this is like an anime feat they used to say who beats the other guy.
I think for Kendrick, at least from I don't know. I feel like Kendrick doesn't care. Well, I mean, he cared enough to say it, I guess, but
no, I don't feel like he doesn't care. But like, if it was anyone else, J. Cole wouldn't say this is stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because J. Cole had no problem dissing Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, the little retards.
yeah, yeah,
Someone on his level, he was like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So it just makes Kendrick look so good.
Yeah, and Kendrick, like, everyone respects him. Like Eminem likes Kendrick, you know. So like you'll look very silly if you like beef with Kendrick and say that he's bad. And
Yeah.
and some of his bars, like I was watching the Anthony Fantano video, and the way he was explaining it, I know I just kind of get all my information through him, but I trust his opinions and stuff. He said there was like a really transphobic like bar on the thing, and he like read it, and I'm like, that is fucking weird that you wrote that. And that's very weird that you did not like say anything about that. I don't, you know, that's actually just crazy. Like I'm so surprised that like.
What was Fantano saying about the whole thing?
Everything that we're saying. He literally said when the track came out before he apologized, he was like, "Wow, this is weak." Fantano was actually saying this. He was saying that J. Cole is like, he was talking about his old music. He was talking about how he's expressed in the past that he's like a person of like, you know, love and kindness and like positivity, and that's like been like a part of his like brand and personality for like a while. And there's a reason why he doesn't really get in serious beef with anybody, because that's just not the life that he's trying to live. So, and evident by the fact that this whole thing started with not J. Cole saying something mean, it was Kendrick that like, you know, threw the first shot, you know. And he was basically saying that like, you know, it's odd that he even responded in the first place, and it's very clear from the jump with just the title. Like the title implies like, guys, this is not going to be good. It's almost like you're reading it like, get prepared for this to be mid. And it was. And mid's like generous. Like it was like embarrassing. And he basically just kind of broke it down and was like, this bar doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you say that? Like, that doesn't hold like a lot of weight. This bar's transphobic. Da 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 da. And it made a lot of sense to me. And then very shortly after, he talked about the apology and how embarrassing that was, and blah blah blah. And Anthony Fantano, when Kendrick's diss initially came out, he was explaining like what Kendrick's diss like was basically saying, and he was basically like, yeah, I agree. Kendrick is like on a different level. And he was like, does J. Cole have a To Pimp a Butterfly in him? And he's like, I don't think so. And I was like, okay. But he still likes J. Cole.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's very easy. Sometimes from the outside perspective, it's difficult to read, like, how is everyone, like what is each person, how are they taking this scenario, and how are they going to respond to this, like, emotionally, mentally? And it's very easy to understand why Drake's not saying anything. It's very easy to understand why Kendrick said what he said. And it's very easy to understand why J. Cole did what he did and apologized immediately. And it's just, J. Cole is like the one that's the most embarrassing in this situation because he's 35. It's just,
yeah. You know, Joe, do you know who Joe Budden is? You probably do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he said that. He said on his podcast, which may be true or not. He said that Drake is like ready to fire back, and that Kendrick is ready for Drake too.
Yeah, who wouldn't be ready for Drake? It seems like everybody's ready for Drake. Everybody can like after Pusha T like fucking grabbed his head and like pressed it against the goddamn pavement while driving. Like there's nothing that Drake should never clap back to anyone ever again. You know?
Yeah, we'll see.
And like I don't really think Drake is going to say anything because it wasn't Drake's verse. It's not like it came from him. Yes, like it is a diss at him, but like, you know, and also the main thing Anthony Fantano was saying after the apology, his main point that he made in his video was like, this is kind of like, he said he was proud of J. Cole. He was like, this is embarrassing, but I'm also proud that he like fessed up and just admit like, you know, it's a mature thing to do, as like silly as it is. But he basically was saying like how rap beef is like not really a thing anymore, and usually when it happens, it's like for stupid reasons. Like like, is Drake really gonna respond to this? This is like a super tiny thing. Kendrick thinks he's better than you. All right, bro. You're like the richest man in the world. You're probably you have more money than him. Like, what are you gonna do? Shoot each other? Just shut up. Take care of your kid. You have more important things to worry about than Kendrick. You know. And like, what is Drake gonna deny that? You know, because the rap community will like be like, listen, Drake, you're Drake, and I love you, but and I don't see a T-Pab on that list. I feel like most people will say that, except like the Drake stans. And I agree. I don't think Drake is gonna say anything. If he says something, that would be great. That would honestly be great, because then it would put J. Cole above Drake. If Drake says anything, it's an automatic L. Because you know Drake is not going to be like, I might delete this later. You know he's not going to say that. You know? That's the thing about J. Cole. He was ignorant in this moment, but he was honest. He was honest from the jump. He was honest about being nice to Kendrick. He was honest about not being super confident in the diss to begin with. And then he immediately apologized and he was like, you know what? I will delete it. That was dumb. And Drake will not do that. And Drake will just say a dumb thing, and then he'll cry like a bitch, like he did last time. And then we'll all continue to laugh at Drake again.
I don't know. I think the fact that Drake's taking his time might come with some fire.
There's nothing to... No. Off rip, it's...
You never know, bro.
I do know. I will bet you $5 that it will not suffice, or that I'll bet you $5 that at the end of the day, Kendrick wins. Like, if there is like beef. $5. We'll see.
But that's so subjective, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's so subjective, so. Because what if he comes out of this, I'm like, Ollie, that was fire. And you're like, man, that was trash.
At the end of the day, I'm experiencing this like from a Windows side perspective. I don't really like care that much or have like a lot of like harsh opinions, but I don't think like the J. Cole thing is very subjective. I don't think well, Drake
I see some people on Twitter saying it was fire.
That transphobic bar is fire. Like, okay, okay. We'll see.
Some people don't care about that stuff.
Some people aren't listening to that. Like, some people don't register that it's transphobic. Yeah. That's what I believe. I don't think people hear that and go, "Whoa!" I think people go, "Oh," because they just love J. Cole and they'll just say that to anything. Yeah. But yeah,
it's an interesting arc.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this rap drama because it feels like Twitter drama. Because that's basically what it is.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like Drake will indulge, because this is like the biggest thing right now, you know.
Yeah, but then Drake,
you know, like they don't have to do this. They're already at the top of the game, but
right.
He just might do this for the
bag.
For the bag. Because this will be a crazy bag for both of them.
Yeah, but Kendrick would make fun of him for doing it for the bag. You know? We'll see.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
J. Cole's already out the picture. J. Cole's already out the picture.
No. I mean, J. Cole, well, in terms of like this like three-way battle, the good, the mid, and the ugly. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I think, you know, we're talking about subjectivity, and I think that I liked To Pimp a Butterfly. I haven't like analyzed it and like, you know, combed through it like a music nerd would, but I see the depth in that album that I would never see in a Drake album, which is why like I say what I say, where I'm just like, no, you know? And I remember, I don't know. And I just think, like, even though I don't know, like, the ins and outs of it, I think it's incredibly embarrassing that he would even think to diss anybody when he had a secret child and anyone could say it. It's like, if you got that information, don't even bother attacking anyone for anything. Yeah, because, like, you're so sensitive, clearly. But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were when you heard Back to Back? Oh, that was like prime time, like when I cared about that stuff. But
Nah, I don't remember.
I remember.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was in Florida, and I remember messaging my friend. He's like, "Is that a world tour or your girls tour?" And I was like, I was literally running around my aunt's house. I was like, "Oh my god, is that a world tour or your girls tour?" That's crazy. That's crazy. I remember I saw it. It was one of those things that I released on SoundCloud before it released on Spotify, and I was like, good times. Hotline Blink came out. What a time. What a time. Yeah. Okay. Ready for the big three? The main attraction of the show.
Three? There's three?
Invincible, and then the two movies.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Do you want to start with that?
I gotta add that to the list.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Take your time.
Hold on, because it's some shows I watched.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Tomo-chan's a girl. I've seen this 12-episode romance. The main girl's like a tomboy. Wants the other guy to realize her as a girl. But she's very masculine. Very funny. Very cute. I like it.
New or old?
Huh?
New or old?
It's very 2023.
Okay.
I saw this old romance, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's old now.
Yeah, that's really
old. Lovely Complex.
I know that show.
episodes.
Yeah, that's the tall girl and the short guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a show that I would watch. I think I would like that one.
This was a banger.
Yeah.
Really
wow. Good. Really? Talk to me.
It was really good. Because it was very real. Like it really showed like the, how love makes you blind type of deal.
Yeah.
It really showed that well. I really love the early parts. And I wish the early parts of the show were a bit longer.
Yeah.
I wish like the early parts, like, because the show kind of starts at like episode 5. But I wish it kind of extended to like episode like 10 or something. You know what I mean?
How many episodes?
But it's still good. It's 24, 26.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this now that you've spoken positively about it, because it's one of those things where I'm like, is this gonna be one of those things where it's like actually mid as fuck? But if you say it's good, I'll watch it. It also has a live action adaptation, like a Japanese one.
No, I really liked it.
Yeah.
There's
one thing I have to show you about that. Did you watch it dubbed or subbed?
You can tell me the Moist Critical thing?
Yeah. I found out about that like very recently. And that's so funny. I'm looking at the clip right now.
I watched it dubbed.
Oh, did you notice it as you were watching it? Oh, that's so funny.
Cause that's so like I would never catch that.
You would never catch that? I think I would catch it. I think if I was watching that. No, I probably wouldn't. Let me not gas myself up.
It's so
out of the box. But his voice is so distinct, and when you look at the clip, it really does just sound like him.
Yeah. I didn't realize this until just now, but I think
I saw that.
Oh, it's so funny.
I wonder how that came about.
I think I was watching it. I was watching the live stream. I think they were explaining it in the Discotech Media is like it's like a company that like just like will make Blu-rays of like niche anime. And the Lovely Complex Blu-ray like just came out like recently. That's how I know about this, because they talked about it. They were like, "Hey, this thing is fucking has Moist Critical in it." And I'm like, "Okay, well I'll watch it now." That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna add this to my little watch list. But yeah, Lovely Complex. Rating for Lovely Complex and for the one you talked about before?
No, I don't have ratings yet.
Okay.
Classroom, I now saw Classroom the Elite season 3.
Mm-hmm.
This season was actually pretty good. It was better than season 2. This season kind of revived my interest in this show.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty good. Solo Leveling finished. Season 1. Everyone's so like hyped, and I just don't.
You don't feel it?
I mean, it could get hype later, but like if when it's a webcomic, right? Webtoon niggas when they hype it up, it's like all right because they know what's about to happen. They know blah blah. But when the anime only niggas hype it, I'm like, what is so crazy about this show? This guy was a loser nerd, became OP. Now he looks like Chad, and now he's just like running through shit.
Yeah.
What is so crazy? Like I don't understand like people.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not hearing much people talk about it.
But yeah. It's so like normal, but I guess it has potential to be great. And that was it.
All right. No rating for Solo Leveling?
No.
Okay.
And I watched new season of Mashal, but I'm like 2 episodes off from finishing it. And this season of Mashal is really
good. Good. You watched the first season and you liked it, right? You thought it was really funny.
Yeah. I saw a lot of Mashal cosplay anime Boston.
Oh, cool. It would be interesting.
Last year it was Demon Slayer. Now I saw a lot of JJK and Mashal.
Yeah, when I went, I saw a lot of Chainsaw Man. Saw a lot of Makimas.
Yeah, I saw less Makimas. And keep in mind, I didn't go inside last year. I was only on the outside.
Right.
I still saw a lot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Now that I don't watch the new anime, it'll be interesting to see like what takes over and what most people dress up as. Because JJK seems to be. I saw like a thing. Guinness World Record is kind of like inaccurate and it's like scam bullshit, so it doesn't matter. But like Guinness World Record marked JJK as like the most sought after anime in terms of like people that like want to watch it. I don't even know how they track that. Something along those lines. And obviously like Attack on Titan fit that bill before. What do you feel like JJK is like Attack on Titan levels of popularity? Not in terms of like whether it's as good or not, but like do you feel like the same amount of people that like were passionate about AOT, do you feel like it has that level?
I don't know, because
it's hard to gauge, but
it's very hard to gauge.
Yeah,
because JJK is more of like your typical shonen, so I would assume more people would watch it.
Yeah.
Plus, the Gojo's, everyone loves Gojo. Like even my brother knows Gojo. So I know a lot of people watch it for him. People are doing like Gojo versus Goku, and when that starts happening, the show gets way more popular.
Yeah.
You know, every show that has a character fighting Goku, that show gets immensely more popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like
it's hard to tell.
I mean, I have zero perspective on like the amount of people that watch JJK. I don't watch it myself. I don't have Twitter. I have a couple friends that are very passionate about it and read the manga. But Attack on Titan's selling point is like the concept of the Titans and like being locked inside the wall and stuff. And I feel like even if you don't like anime, if you tell someone what the show's about, people will be like, that kind of sounds cool. I might watch that. JJK is just kind of like a shonen. And if people don't like anime and someone's like, well, tell me what JJK is about, you're just going to tell them like the normal shonen shit, you know? Like, is anybody really going to
Yes, and they're going to start watching for that exact reason. They throw hands. Okay, sign me up. No, if I tell someone, yo, because if you show like Attack on Titan to somebody, be like, what is this weird Titan shit? They eat humans. What's so good about this? You show them Gojo. Oh my god, Gojo! Like, you know, that's how like.
Okay.
That's how I'm not surprised if JJK is more popular than AOT, but of course AOT has like way more has history since like 2014. So I'll probably say because of that it's more popular.
Well, now, but I mean like I mean compare like 2016, right when Attack on Titan was ripe, like before season 2.
It was bigger.
It was much okay. Yeah, that's why I was like,
that's not even AOT's like peak. You know?
Yeah. When was AOT's peak in popularity?
Like season 4, I'll say.
Season 4. Yeah.
JJK clears like because you know that's 2016. and the anime in general is way bigger now, so
I feel
it's not
like
even like a fair.
I don't know. I feel like Attack on Titan made anime bigger, like alone. Like Attack on Titan like grew the audience of anime viewers, and who knows if JJK is doing that?
I don't honestly, bro. I don't think so.
You don't think Attack on Titan got a bunch of people into anime?
Not like Death Note, for example.
I wasn't around for that, so
Me neither.
Right.
But I know that shows impact.
Everyone, I'm talking about just like at the time, when like everyone's talking about it, no one will shut the fuck up. You're seeing the scout jackets at fucking Hot Topic, I think that anime was commercialized on a grander scale, also because it was in tandem with like streaming and stuff. So like the stars aligned for Attack on Titan. If Death Note came out in 2016, Death Note probably would be like that show, that like Attack on Titan filled that spot of. But I think that the ability for people to watch something like Attack on Titan with ease without having to like have cable or spend money or like torrent something on the computer, a lot of people could just watch Attack on Titan on their phone on Hulu or Netflix. And I think just by proxy of that, I think I would say, even though I wasn't there at the time, it was probably bigger than Death Note. But either way, just something that I thought was interesting because like I know you said like season 2 was crazy, and I just completely missed that because I just wasn't on Twitter. Like I missed a lot of that. I've realized recently like there are so many things I'm culturally like out of the loop on, and I just hear anecdotally from you. It's very weird, Manny. It's very weird when you actually don't use Twitter and you have no idea what they're talking about or like what's going on. Yeah, it's very quiet, even though crazy shit's happening. But anyways, the clock's ticking. We got to talk about our stuff. I mean, I watched some things. I guess maybe I can talk about that a little bit. I watched 2 new movies, so maybe I'll just talk about those and then just leave it at that. I saw, well, actually the last time we talked was in March. Was February 24th, so I've actually seen a few things. I went to the Boston Underground Film Festival, which was a week before Anime Boston. And it's just like 3 days. It's just like a weekend of like people playing like movies made by just normal ass niggas in Boston or Massachusetts in general. And they play some movies and they play some short films, and like the people who made them are there, and you get to talk with the people who made like little movies. And it really made me feel like, damn, like a lot of these people are really young and they're making like whole ass, like actually professionally made little short films. And I want to do that. And I want to see if I can like submit some shit and send it there. I really want to make something in the next like 2 years. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then I watched a lot of movies, honestly, in between the time. I don't want to like talk about them all specifically. Have you seen Do the Right Thing? I watched that recently for the first time. That was an interesting experience. I liked it, but still. So since the last time we talked, I saw Dune 2. Have you seen Tropic Thunder? I was considering like us to talk about that. That movie is a comedic classic, and I would love for us to talk about it because that movie's hilarious. Tropic Thunder, Reservoir Dogs. I watched Reservoir Dogs for the first time. I'm very happy about that.
You watched Reservoir Dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Tarantino's first. Yeah. I understand why you love Steve Buscemi. This is like, I've obviously seen him in a bunch of things, but like this is like his, I guess, movie kind of. And damn, that ending is like one of the best endings I feel like I've seen in a movie in a while. That shit hit. I was like, whoa, Tarantino coming out the gate swinging hard.
Yeah.
It's really cool to look back on it and see it as like his first movie, because you can see like where things are not perfect and where like, you know, there could be some work done, but like at its core, it's pretty cool. I love it. It's very inspiring because they're just kind of in one room. It's like, damn, bro, I could make that shit. Yeah. Loved it. If I ever make a movie, I'll probably make a movie like that. And I want to rewatch Pulp Fiction. Haven't watched that in so long. Yeah, but 7 out of 10 for Reservoir Dogs. I'll definitely watch it again, and I'll probably like it more the next time I watch it. And I also watched Death Proof, which is another Tarantino movie that a lot of people, it's widely considered to be people's least favorite Tarantino movie. And I finally checked it out, and I thought it was okay. I can understand why people say it's their least favorite, but it's pretty cool. It's about like, so he's like, there's like a section of movies like midnight grindhouse movies, you know, like when there's like the film grain and there's like shitty acting and it's like goofy and stupid, and there's like kind of like, I don't want to say like Videodrome, but like somewhat like that vibe where it's like monsters and like lower budgets, and you can tell that things are like kind of cheap. Maybe I'm trying to compare it to something that we've watched, but there kind of is nothing that we've watched that reminds me of that. But anyways, he basically just wanted to make a movie that was reminiscent of that like grindhouse style, and it's about like a bunch of girls, a bunch of like young women, and then this guy who's like a stunt man and like a stunt car that like is like stalking the girls. And it's by Kurt Russell. He was in The Hateful Eight. Have you seen The Hateful Eight? We got to watch that. I haven't seen that since it came out, but I actually really I kind of really liked it. The second half was very long and I didn't really get a lot out of it, and I thought it was kind of boring, but the ending was fucking awesome, and I will give it another try one day. It's one of those movies where I liked the first half and I didn't really like the second half, but the ending was cool. So, and there's a lot more to it than that, but that's just the Cliff Notes version. That's a 6 out of 10. It's not my least favorite Tarantino. I thought Jackie Brown was kind of boring, so that's probably my least favorite one. Then I watched The Raid 2, one of the best action movies I've ever seen. I was like, damn, I got to recommend this to Manny. This shit's hilarious. I watched But I'm a Cheerleader. It's a lesbian movie. It's like a classic lesbian movie. It's really good. It's like a main inspiration for Barbie. There's a lot in it that I was like, oh, they just did this in Barbie. Then I saw Shaun of the Dead. Very funny, comedic movie. Would love to recommend that. Then I watched a movie called Bottoms, which is basically Superbad, but with lesbians. And there's already a movie called Booksmart, which is kind of like that. But this is way better than Booksmart. And I haven't seen Superbad in a long time, but I think I would go as far as say that this is better than Superbad. Superbad, like, I didn't watch that when I was a kid. And, like, when I did end up watching it, it, like, didn't really stick with me. There were some jokes that I liked, but for the most part, I'm like, this is okay. Like, I see why people like this. But I watched Bottoms, and like, I was literally laughing out loud at nearly every joke. And it's like, the jokes are so rapid fire, like it never really stops. And even though it's like got like lesbians and it's about like two gay girls, it was very relatable, and it was very raunchy and very like honest, because it's just about two girls trying to get pussy in high school. And it was very fucking funny. And it's probably the movie that I find like the most relatable in how like we acted in high school, where it's just like, oh, I want to fuck her so bad. Just like, and like, that's the energy that this movie had. And it was honestly fucking great. I think that you would like it. I really think you would like it. Like, I actually highly recommend that. There are some like really good jokes in that movie. Yeah. Then I saw the new Godzilla X Kong movie. It's basically the new Transformers. It kind of fills that space. It's pretty dull, pretty boring. I watched it while I was high, And I'm in a Discord, and one of my friends like really loves these new Godzilla like movies, and I just watched it for him. Godzilla wasn't even in the damn movie. It was basically a Kong movie. And then I felt like the final fight, I felt like I blinked and I missed the whole damn thing. And my mind just kind of went numb by the end of it, and I didn't even really relish in any of the action. One thing I will say about my experience, the best part about it was that after Dune 2, I was like, and I was having some hearing issues. I thought I like lost my hearing. I didn't, but I got really concerned. And ever since then, I'm like really cautious about like how loud the volume is on my headphones. So now when I go to the IMAX theater, I wear earplugs like an old man. And I wore earplugs while watching Godzilla X Kong, and when the monkeys were screaming, I was like, this is great. I can't really hear it. This is awesome. So that was the best part about that movie. And then I watched Monkey Man. Have you seen the trailers for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very honest about being just John Wick but Indian. And when watching the trailer, I'm like, this is probably going to be so generic in the talking segments that, unlike John Wick, where I'm like, even though it's basic, I'm really into it because it's well executed and it's just different enough. Like, oh, he killed his dog and he destroyed his car instead of just killing his wife or killing his mom or something, you know? It's a little bit more interesting than just like something boring like, you know, like that. Killing his dog, destroying his car. Every American can relate to that. But like at this point, nobody cares about like if someone killed your mom or something. And that's kind of what Monkey Man was. Monkey Man was interesting because it like tied in with like the monkey story, like the Indian like monkey narrative, and it was like an analogy to that. And it was unique with that. But because of that story, I thought it was going to go in like a unique direction in like the final bit. But in the final bit, it kind of just becomes like what you'd expect it to become, and it's really generic. And then after a while, I was just like, we got to get to the fighting, bro. This is taking too long. And then when they do get to the fighting, it's great. All the fights were really inspired and really cool and really creative and fresh. And they weren't as good as John Wick, but they were definitely different. And I appreciate that. But it did get kind of dull in the later half. And I was just kind of ready for it to be over after a while. And yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 10, which seems harsh, but I also was kind of high for that. And when I'm high, I have no goddamn patience. If I think something is boring, like I'm like, get me out of here. So that was Monkey Man. But I respect Dev Patel because he's like, there were a lot of issues with the production apparently, where like, I think all their shit broke like right before they made the movie. Like, I don't know, like a storm happened and like broke all their shit in a warehouse or something. I don't even know if that was the case, but I'm not going to look it up. But basically, you know, it seems like it was like a major passion project. And it was just a bunch of niggas that wanted to make a John Wick movie. And I really liked how honest it was about that. Because deep down, that's what I want to do. I want to have neon lights and I want to fight people. and this movie did that. And I respect it a lot. Whenever I'm high watching a movie, I always feel like, should I give that another try when I'm not high? I don't think I'll do that for this one, but I'll watch those fight scenes again because they were really fun. Every fight scene was good. I liked every fight. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, I was just updating my list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's all I got. Those are all the movies from Allie. So, now that we're getting to the main attraction, you want to start with Invincible? It's up to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Invincible season 2 ended last week. Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
So now it's sat with us. No idea what the internet's saying about it, but I liked it. It does not hit as hard as season 1 because it's been a long time since season 1. And I know that season 1, like, there were other characters and there were other things that were going on. But in season 1, I was getting used to the universe. I felt like, you know, we're getting these other characters, but we're also learning about this world at the same time. And it's all kind of new and it's all kind of fresh. And now, as time has passed, and that ending of the first season has like stuck with me so much, I'm watching this new season wanting to see the follow-up to the ending. And there's a lot of other stuff that isn't about Omni-Man. That's not bad. Some of it's bad, but most of it's not bad. And there was this lingering feeling of just like, if it's not about Viltrumites and it's not about Mark or Debbie or Omni-Man, I don't know why I'm watching it. The whole arc with like Donald, the like assistant to Cecil, it was a good thing, but it had nothing to do with anything. And I was like, okay, like you really spent a lot of time on that.
I know. That was weird.
I really trusted like that the show was going to go somewhere with that, like, and it was going to tie in some way, and it really didn't. It was weird. And then the biggest criticism of season 1 was Angie, his girlfriend. And I don't even remember. I think it was just like one episode was written kind of weird. But I was like, you know what? It's been like over a year. I don't care about it. Like, I'll give this a chance. But the writing for him and Angie, it was lacking the sauce. I don't know how to explain it, but like they kept having like first date dialogue. And they acknowledged it too in the movie. But all their dialogue was kind of like cutesy relationship dialogue. I feel like when they talked, it was it never felt just like two normal niggas like talking. Like I know they're girlfriend and boyfriend, but like just talk, you know?
Yeah.
And it was basically like the main arc of the season, even more so than like Omni-Man. And after a while, I was just like, cut this bitch out of the show, bro. Especially when the show kind of made it clear that like he's going to like Adam Eve like later, like they're gonna be like a thing. When the show kind of was like hinting at that, I'm like, all right, let's just come on, like get her out of here. I don't care about her. And I don't know, like the major scenes with them were good, like when they broke up, and I like the writing, like when he's talking about the relationship and stuff, but I just didn't care about them in the relationship. Like I actually didn't care about them. The scenes and the way they were written was kind of good, but like I just didn't care. I'm throwing out my criticisms early on, but I didn't hate the show. I'm trying to, season 1 like really like fucking blew my back out. I was like, oh fuck, and I'm not feeling that way about this one at all.
I feel like for me, I think the last episode kind of saved the season, or like the last 2 episodes, and I'm so happy I watched it all in one go instead of broken up.
Yeah, because everybody was complaining about that. Everyone was like, when they took the break, everyone was like, you really fucked up the pacing. Like, I really don't care anymore.
But that's not our problem.
That's not our problem, Manny. We don't have to deal with that.
Bruh, I wasn't gonna like, bro. Come on. I'm not watching the show like that.
Yeah. If it was goated from episode 1 and it was like getting hype, I kind of would, because like at the end of season 1, I caught up to season 1 like before episode 7 and 8 or episode 8 and 9 dropped. And bro, watching that Omni-Man fight right when it dropped, that was an experience. Even though I didn't even look up what happened on Twitter, just knowing that I could hit up my friends like, yo, you see that shit? Like, it felt like watching the new anime. But there was kind of nothing on that level. Actually, there was things that were like, oh, if I was watching this weekly, this would be cool to experience. But the fact that they took the break probably fucked everything up anyway. So,
no, I'm so happy I didn't watch that shit weekly.
Yeah.
Just like JoJo Part 6, I'm happy I didn't watch it because remember they took a break too.
Yeah.
Didn't they take 2 breaks?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they learned their lesson and they released the rest all at once. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe they did. Yeah. But either way.
But, yeah, I think they took 3. Not 3, 2.
I think
they
did
released like 12. 1, they took a break, 12, took a break in the last one.
I think you might be right. I think they did do that.
Yeah.
Lame.
I'm happy I didn't do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I'm gonna be real. Even though I just watched the show, I only really remember the last episode. Everything prior is I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
I remember the Donald shit because that was kind of nonsense. I know the first episode starts with like it was like evil Mark, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I
the black guy going back
I immediately knew like, yeah, this is a multi-dimension. I kind of was rolling my eyes when we were doing multi-dimension stuff, because this is doing the same thing as Spider-Verse. Like, it's the same thing. It's like, oh my god, everyone's evil. I mean, that's not how Spider-Verse is, but like, it's basically saying like, you are the only one in all of the multiverses that can like actually maybe like fix the problem. And it's just like, damn.
It was unnecessary. The show's already fine. I feel like it's unnecessary.
Yeah,
whatever.
To do multiverse, yeah.
The black guy goes back. His fight.
Dude, I hated him. I fucking hated looking at him on the goddamn screen. He was ugly. I can't believe with this type of animation, you would design that character and be like, all right, guys, animate these wrinkles on his fucking head that are insanely difficult to draw and like move around. Like, it looked weird every time. I was like, ugh. And then, you know, in the beginning I was like, all right, this seems like a cool character and I like this character. And it kind of went nowhere. Like, it kind of went like, it was built up for this like little ending, but I thought it was going to be like more of a big deal. A part of me is grateful because I don't like the multiverse stuff. And I feel like the show is basically saying like, yeah, we're probably not going to touch that anymore. Like, don't expect that to be a part of it.
He's done.
Yeah. But, bro, at the end, like, when his motivation,
funny because he fights just like the Spot too, the multiverse.
Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, dude, just, I'm done with multiverse shit. This show like actually made me like so tired of it because everything's so derivative. It's all, and when they were showing like Batman and like Spider-Man, I thought the Batman one was cute, but when they did Spider-Man and it was like this long ass scene, I'm like, just stop.
Batman was cool.
I like the Batman one.
Bro, you should have asked for money or something. I need money for my universe.
Please give me money. I think I like the Batman one because it's just like, it was like a 2-second like one and done.
Sweet.
The Spider-Man one was like, look, he's in a Spider-Man thing. Stop that.
It's like, look, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know.
You just see his feet.
I feel like we've been so, like, if you watch like the Marvel movies, we've been so desensitized to like crossover of any kind. It doesn't matter anymore. It genuinely doesn't matter. Just stop. And Invincible, you know, I felt this way with The Boys. And Invincible, like season 1, I was like, this is superhero shit, but it's fresh, it's original, it's new. And when I saw that shit, I'm just like, why are you following the trend? I understand you're trying to do like your own thing by like avoiding saying the word Spider-Man and like making little jokes here and there, but it just seems like low-hanging fruit that's like not worth picking because it's spoiled at this point. Like, no one cares about that, you know? But yeah. The Fortnite gun is cool. I didn't even know that was a Fortnite gun. That's cute.
Fortnite gun?
Apparently, like, he like reaches into a portal and grabs a Fortnite gun and like smacks a dude with it.
Oh no, I have to look that up.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Like, I didn't know about that either, but apparently it was a gun in Fortnite. Yeah.
Girl met Batman though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like that one. Cause
it's
like
great. They did like a fake Spider-Man but real Batman.
I know. That's kind of what made the Batman one better.
Yeah.
And Batman doesn't do multi-dimension shit most of the time. That's like Spider-Man's thing. So when I see Spider-Man do it, I'm like, ugh. I've been watching this nigga jump through dimensions for the past like 3 years. I'm done. But seeing Batman do it, I'm like, oh, it's Batman. Is that
Batman's like, holy shit. I'm gonna have to call Superman for this guy.
Yeah.
I really like that though.
Yeah. But dude, his motivation at the end, like the Angstrom Levy guy, the black guy, his motivation when like he goes to his place is because he doesn't remember who he is. Obviously it's because he fucked him up and he made him like ugly. But this character seems so smart and so interesting before then. And then his motivation is going to be like, you don't remember me? You know, that's the same motivation as Jamie Foxx in Amazing Spider-Man 2. You don't remember me, Spider-Man? Like, I'm like, this nigga like is kind of touted to be like the big bad of this season. He's like the boys like insert, bad guy, and he's so ass. He's so ass. Yeah. But I like the narrative beat of like Mark having to like save his mom in that moment, and I liked Mark having to do that for the ending. So even though I didn't like the character, I liked that main part of it. I liked every scene with Mark and Debbie. I loved all that shit. I thought all of that was great. And I did love the Omni-Man episode when it did happen, or anything that had to do with the Viltrumites. I loved all of that.
Yeah. That's the main thing why we're here.
That's the main reason why we're here.
So any type of info we get is gonna be great.
With Alan, I liked the Alan episode. That was cool. But
yeah, he's strong now.
I really
talking about like the one I got, right? Yeah. You got like a crazy Zenkai boost.
And I like that he's still alive, and I like that he's still in the show, and I'm excited to see him come back. But I'm a little annoyed at the fact that, they hit you with that super sad episode where it's like, oh my God, Alan's dead. And they pull that crazy shit where they play the credits in the middle of the episode, and then the episode just keeps going. Like, like way after that. And then like, the nigga like turns off his life support, and you're like, that was so scary. It's like, oh my God, Alan's fucking dead. It's over. Mark's not going to be able to fight these guys. It's actually donezo. It's fucking over. That was so exciting because it's like, what the fuck are they going to do? How are they going to stop this? And then for them to imply that the leader of the resistance or whatever was a Viltrumite, I was like, oh my God, this nigga's a Viltrumite too. It's actually fucking over. Things are so crazy right now. And then the reveal is, I'm actually not evil. I'm a good Viltrumite. And Alan's not dead. He's super strong. And when I turned the thing off and I made the audience think that, oh shit, everything's going crazy, things are going to be really bad, it's actually, no, we kind of have a chance now. And it's like, ugh. It's like, all right, I think this is kind of cool, but it's like, you really faked me out over there. And I really thought that you were setting up something way more interesting than that, Like, I can't compare it to a specific moment, but I feel like if Attack on Titan did something like that, where it's like, super powerful character is dead that could save everybody, like, they would not immediately in 2 seconds be like, actually, he's much stronger now. Like, and then just like, because in Attack on Titan, in Attack on Titan, they pull the rug from under you, and you think like the character doesn't have hope, and then there's no hope. And then they have to get creative to like win whatever situation they're in. And it didn't feel like the characters had to do that for that conflict, When Alan fucking died, and I watched that awesome episode, the payoff was Alan's actually alive, and he's really strong, and the dude you thought was evil is actually really good. And now they have a chance. And I'm just like, all right, fine.
Yeah. I see what you mean, though. Attack on Titan does the no hope thing really good.
Yeah.
It's like when the Beast Titan pulled up. I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine if the Beast Titan pulled up.
He's throwing rocks, and then like Erwin has to like suicide his whole army for Levi to get that 1v1.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That just really disappointed me.
That's creativity right there.
Yeah. The show's lucky. Like, I'm once again saying all these criticisms, but I like Alan, and I think it's cool that he's back at least. And I'm passionate enough about like this universe to where, even though I think that's like a lame writing thing that they did, I am excited to see what they do. I am excited to see like where it goes. I loved when Omni-Man came back, or we saw like his episode. Oh my God, Omni-Man like flying through space, and then like seeing the black hole and almost like going into the black hole. I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is so cool. And then he saved those people. I loved everything about that episode. I really did.
Yeah.
I feel like, when you have an ending like the ending of season 1, my imagination kind of assumes that I'm going to get something maybe a little bit more unique than that, but it was still good. Like, it was still really good. I liked it. Yeah. And what else? I really liked everything with the Guardians in this one. Like the fucking Rex or whatever his name is. The fire guy. That shit was cool. All of his friends died. That shit was cool. Immediately when the duplicate bitch died, I laughed my ass off because I'm like, how are they gonna justify this? She can infinite duplicate herself. Just spam your shit and like have one run away. When YMS made his review, one of the things he said in his review was like, why doesn't the duplicate girl just have a duplicate at home? So whenever she goes on a mission, like she's fine. And like when she died, I'm like, that's hilarious that she died because she could have just duplicated that shit. And then she did at the end. And I was like, oh, okay. But
yeah, I wasn't surprised at all
when that happened.
Yeah,
when she died or when she came back?
When she came back, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. I kind of wasn't either. I was, yeah. But I liked all that stuff with Rex, and I liked that all of them died because it felt like season 1 when all the Guardians died the first time. It felt like that, where I was like, oh shit, they're all dead. And Rex is cool now. He's probably like, even though I don't like the rest of the show, or like a lot of the stuff with Angie and stuff, I'd say that Rex is like the one side plot where I'm like, this is good and I want to see what happens with him. I also liked Monster Girl and Robot, but I don't even know where that went. Like, I don't even know how that ended.
Yeah, I think he persuaded her to let him cure her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't really.
It just kind of like nothing like really came of it, but
no, I think it's so dumb. He's like, "Yo, I can save you." She's like, "Shut up, nigga."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's so frustrating that like it's very clear why Robot is like socially like troubled, and she's not really being empathetic of that. She's treating him like a normal person, and he's like, it's like this nigga was a fucking like gumdrop in a fucking tank for like his whole life. Like, be nice, like, you asshole. But otherwise, besides like that shit,
I like them together, but she's so dumb. Like,
I know.
And then for him, for like their conclusion was like, oh yeah, you can fix me now.
Yeah.
Like I could have been that, bro.
Yeah. It was kind of annoying. I agree. And hopefully it'll just stop. One thing that I noticed while watching this, especially while binging this, if I was watching this weekly, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But binging this shit, oh my God, every scene with Cecil was like, Debbie, let me help you. Debbie, let me take the kid. It was like 3 times an episode, and that was all he talked about. And I'm like, this is not evolving. Like, there's no like shut the fuck up. Like, get out of the show. Like, it was so annoying. He just did it over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, oh my God, that was a little annoying. But let's see. There's other things. I'm trying to think of what other subplots. Oh, I liked everything with Eve and her dad. Eve, Rex, and like Eve and Rex were like the 2 best like side plots.
Eve is OP, yeah.
Yeah. Golden apple. Sell this.
Like it's Minecraft, like a golden apple.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't need your powers. That was me. I'm like, shit, make 2 golden apples.
Yeah.
No, I do like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the little subtle scenes of her, like you can tell she likes Mark. Like, you know, when he came back and she like runs up, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like shit like that.
Yeah. I really love their writing, and I love how they're like developing that relationship. Like, I believe that relationship so much more than I believe like Angie and Mark. Like Angie and Mark, the show just insists that they like each other, but Adam, Eve, and like Mark, I really believe that they like each other because like there's reasons for her to like him, because like they have powers. There's things that they can relate. Yeah.
Like if Mark's saving the world, she wouldn't be mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
like Angie, the black, what's the black girl thing? Angie?
I think it was Angie. Yeah.
Angie, like, in season 1, she got so much hate because, like, it's still so dumb. Because she was like, yo, Mark, I knew you were a superhero, and I know you're saving all these people. But she was, like, still crying about it. Like, when their school got attacked and he saved the day, and she was like, where were you? Why did you leave us?
Yeah.
But then she's like, I knew you were him.
Yeah.
So, like, why are you bitching? That's why everyone hated her.
Right.
I know she's getting a lot less hate now because she wasn't bitching, but it still feels so forced.
Yeah.
And when Future Eve came back, it was like, yo, I always liked you, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how you feel in the past. I was like,
yeah, I was like that too. I was like, get this bitch out of here, out of the show.
And I was thinking, like, if I was Mark, I'd go to Angie, like, Angie, I like you, but you saw how that Viltrumite grabbed your neck, could have killed you. Like, I'm dangerous for you. I can't be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do that. But yeah,
that's funny.
When that Viltrumite bitch came, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm spoiled about what she does in the future. Are you?
No, I'm not spoiled on anything.
Yeah, because she becomes like vital. But
okay. Oh yeah, that scene was cool. That was like I knew they had to do that because Angie was so fucking boring and annoying, and they've been setting up this like I love you, we're in love, you're like I'm the most important thing to Mark, and I knew that a Viltrumite was gonna like try to kill her. I was like that has to happen. Like there's no why else are they setting this up like so hard?
And she's like, yo, Mark, I know you're saving the universe, but I have to lie to my friends about you. Like, I'm tired of lying to my family, Mark.
Those like the reasons why they couldn't be in a relationship is like I liked what they were doing there, but that was it. That's supposed to be like subsidiary to the real connection that they have. They didn't have that. That was like, oh my God, it took now that I'm like thinking about it, it took up the show. It was season 2. Way more than the Omni-Man stuff. And
or Armstrong.
Yeah. And I will say the other most like significant part of the show was Debbie. I really liked everything with Debbie. I loved all of her shit. I loved when she went to the like AA superhero thing. Like Superheroes Anonymous or whatever, and the nigga's like, your husband's Omni-Man? Fuck you. I was like, holy shit. Like that actually like made me so depressed. I was like, oh my God. Like after everything Debbie been through, for that nigga to say that, I was like, fuck. But
yeah. I thought he was gonna be like her new guy.
Yeah, and then but that's like peak Invincible right there, you know? Think everything's gonna be okay? Everything's terrible. Like, and that's when the show's at its best.
Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive things. I really loved the new planet with like the bug people and how the lady was like talking about. I love that he stayed there for mad long. I really like that he did that, and I love that the bug lady was like,
they age fast as hell.
Yeah, and I love that concept of like, that's honestly, Manny, like I know you've never seen Star Trek, but that's like Star Trek level like writing right there. Like that's like a good idea, and it's like, yeah, our life's shorter, so we value life differently and we see it differently. And I love that Mark took the kid home because that's gonna be fucking sick. Like watching the kid like be like a character later on. Like very similar to the boys, but more interesting than the boys.
Yeah. It is just like the boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the kid's in the good hands now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there was that. I loved everything with that planet. And I love the voice actress for like his new like alien wife. I thought that was cool. But there was that, and then And then whatchamacallit. So he goes to prison, and I don't remember exactly what happens from there. He's basically just in prison. He doesn't
They're
like
just
leave.
stalling. The show is just
Yeah,
stalling.
yeah.
They could have literally write a better reason for why he's not executed yet, but they literally just stalling. They're like, "Yo, we need you at your peak condition, so I'm gonna fuck you up some more, so you can take longer to heal."
I think the show's explanation is that Viltrumites. It's the same reason why the girl, unless there's like a secret reason that the show exposes later on, but like the girl, there's like, the show keeps saying like Viltrumites don't like to kill other Viltrumites for whatever, It's kind of like I get that. It is lame, but
that's true. But like when they first like got him, there's like, "You're going back to our planet to get executed," and then he goes there, he's getting interrogated. He's like, "Yo, come back, Omni-Man. You're one of the best."
Yeah.
What's Omni-Man's real name?
Nolan.
Yeah, come back, Nolan. You're one of the best. He's like, "I can't do it." Right, and then he's like, "Okay, then you're gonna get executed, and we need you to fully heal." Then the next scene, he's just getting like beat up, and you're like, "We need you to fully heal." I'm like,
yeah,
he fully healed already. I feel like the show's just stalling.
Yeah, I will say, this season especially, you've never seen Rick and Morty?
Nope.
There's a lot of similarities, even with season 1, but season 2 especially with Rick and Morty. And I remember at the end of season 2 of Rick and Morty, like the big cliffhanger was like Rick goes to space jail, and like the way they frame it and the way they like show it, it implies that even Rick, with all of his like thing, won't be able to get out of this one. And that's how the season ends. Like Rick's in jail and the family just doesn't have Rick anymore. And then season 3, episode 1, Rick escapes jail. And that's like the start of season 3. And that's what launched Rick and Morty into like popular stardom, when Rick like escapes jail, because like it's so creative and unique and like awesome. And it just kind of feels like with the same like Rick and Morty has multi-dimensional shit. And that's like, it was before like any of this shit, any of this like Marvel stuff was doing it. And it's used like very creatively in that show, and it like actually matters. But this show did the multiverse stuff. They did Nolan going to prison. And then I remember Nolan just like was out of his cage, like boxing niggas. I'm like, they might have shown how he got out of the cage, but I'm like, how are you boxing people after those fucking like, no, the twins were not in jail in the Viltrumite prison, but like, it's the Viltrumite prison. I understand you are a Viltrumite, but like, damn, bro, you're already like mopping like niggas in the first hallway. You can't be doing that. Like, what type of security is this? He's gonna escape jail pretty easily. It just kind of, it doesn't frame the jail very positively as like a threatening force of like, oh no, how's Omni-Man gonna get out of there? And the multiverse stuff is kind of implied to not play a really big role, like at all, like for the future, which I'm happy about. But it's just, they're aping a lot of things from Rick and Morty and these cool conceptual ideas, and they're just not going very far with any of them. And that's just something that's impossible to not compare and contrast, like watching this show. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I really didn't like? Oh, the fucking Martian guy, that nigga sucked. That guy sucked. The shapeshifter person.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. When they went on that mission and they almost died, it was all his fault. It was all his fault. I hated him. There were some jokes that were decent with him, but like he felt like such a gag character. Like every Invincible takes itself pretty seriously, and the show did not take that character seriously. And the fact that he didn't die really surprised me. I'm like, he's still alive? Kill this guy. I don't want to see him again. He's so unlikable. Like, I actually hate him. Yeah. But surprisingly, not much happened with the characters I really care about. Like, I like Cecil. Didn't really do anything with him. Nothing happened with him.
Yeah.
I like...
Remember Naruto reference, the Comic Con thing?
No, Oh yeah, the Akatsuki member was in the bag, and it was black. He was black too. Oh, do you remember the animation joke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun.
that was funny.
Like we had them out, so we don't have to.
It's funny because I was gonna I was gonna hop on here and be like, yo, the show doesn't look very good, but I like that they did that because it's just like, shut the fuck up, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. I like the twins. I always like the twins. They're fun. I liked what they did with them this time, where it's like, yeah, I know I'm the superior one, and then he's like, nigga, you thought that I didn't know I was superior because you thought you were superior? Fuck you. That was cool. Yeah, but I think we covered everything, man. I have all these notes here, but I think I remembered everything. Oh, I wrote in my notes on episode 4 when I found out he had another kid. I was like, Omni-Man got weak pullout game. Because he keeps making kids. That's really funny. Yeah. Oh, Manny. Okay, I'm glad I'm looking at my notes right now. Fucking, I had to watch this motherfucking show with ads. Fucking ads. Did you watch it on Amazon Prime? Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say that Amazon Prime used to be ad-free, and now it is not. All the streaming services are doing this. They used to be ad-free, and now everyone's adding like an ad version. And Amazon's default version is like an ad version. So if you have Amazon Prime, your version is going to be the ad version now. I'm like, I know.
If Bezos needs more money, bro.
I know. Fuck, man. It really sucks. It really sucked watching this show like with ads.
I like everything illegal, man.
Yeah, I need the convenience to be able to watch it on my TV. If I watch things illegally, I would have to sit down here and watch it, and I like my desk, but
I can share screen my shit to TV.
Yeah. You watch it on your phone?
I watch on my iPad, but if I'm downstairs, I can share screen it to my TV downstairs.
Yeah.
But usually I'm in my bed on my iPad.
Yeah, I don't know why, but there's something, I get a little bit of like an ick, like doing things like illegally. There's a part of me that's like, ugh, I should pay for it. But especially for things that I like or stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just
feel you on that, because like I would like, for sure, I would like want to support it.
Yeah.
But it's just so inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many sites, so many streaming sites.
Yeah.
So much money.
It's an inconvenience
to
manage.
A lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
A month.
They're all pretty expensive now. They were like $10 a month.
Yeah, I know.
But now they're all over $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
very expensive.
And I kind of got to a point where I stopped watching most of them. Like I just don't have things to watch on them. But now that I got like I keep saying this, but Black Friday got Disney Plus and Hulu for $3 a month, like for like a year. So now I feel obligated to use them because when the discount ends, I will cancel it. So now I feel like I have to watch all the things that I want to watch on there. So now I'm using it a bunch, and I've always like hated that like FOMO. I don't want to say FOMO. It's not even FOMO. It's just like trying to get the most bang for my buck and like watch everything on there. But like I hate that feeling of like being pressured by the streaming service to watch things on the streaming service, because I don't want to watch Disney movies all the time, and I don't want to watch whatever Hulu has going on all the time. I like the liberty to watch whatever I want to watch when I want to watch it. And when I was watching things illegally, I had that, and now I don't.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
It's crazy now. I like supporting like anime and shit. That's why I started on Kiss Anime, but then like bought Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
But still, Crunchyroll didn't have it all.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Funimation at the time.
Yeah.
But
Dude, it's
yeah.
really hard because 9 Anime is very good and no one's like stopping it. It has like no pop-up ads. Dude, it's like I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
usually when I pay for a streaming service, it's because like any illegal site that I end up using, just it has like problems with it that I really would just like to have the service just to not have lag or have any pop-ups or anything. But 9 Anime just doesn't have any of that, and I'm just like, I don't have Crunchyroll, and I haven't had Crunchyroll for years, because I just don't watch anime. It's not even like I use 9 Anime. I just stopped watching anime, and there's a lot of anime on other things now. So what am I gonna do? Buy Crunchyroll and then feel obligated to watch shows because I have Crunchyroll? No, just gonna use 9 Anime, and I don't feel that bad about using 9 Anime because I buy Blu-rays. If I really like a show, I'll buy the Blu-ray.
Sure. You can buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Hey.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? When I have a lot of money and I feel like I can spend my money on services, I will. But I think like as time goes on, even now, like I just watch less TV. I watch less stuff. So it kind of just doesn't matter. And whenever I want to watch something, I want to watch weird shit. I don't want to watch like the normal shit. You go on Hulu, it's just all the movies you've already seen. Dune, Blade Runner, Poor Things, popular movie you already know about. Like you go on Max, like same shit, you know. The selection's kind of like weak on like a lot of things now. And like you want to know what I've been using recently? You know Tubi? You know what Tubi is? Tubi, I like weird niche shit that like nobody would watch. And most of that shit's on Tubi. And I watch Reservoir Dogs on Tubi. I was like, it's on Tubi. It's not on anything else. And so I've been watching a lot more ads, but Tubi's not very egregious with the ads. Tubi's actually like fine. And there are entire shows on Tubi. Like the new Kamen Rider came out. And I remember Cosmonauts, like when Cosmonaut was streaming, he was like, watch a new Kamen Rider show. And I'm like, okay, it's on Tubi. Started watching that. Watching it with ads feels like I'm watching cable. Feels kind of cool. I miss that, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels so good that I'm not paying for it. I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the ad. Thank you. Thank you for making me not pay for this. So, yeah. Tubi, I'm being like dead ass, like my new favorite streaming service. I really like it.
Nice.
Yeah. But with that said, I think that might be all I got for Invincible.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm proud of myself. I actually remembered most of the show. But this is not on the level of The Boys yet. I'm not like in spite of all the criticisms I made, I'm still excited. The fiery passion for Invincible is no longer there, but I'll be looking forward to season 3 and I'll probably enjoy it for the most part. But
Yeah.
I said season 1 was a 9, and I think that season 2 is a 7. I think it's a 7 for me. Yeah, even with all my criticisms, like I really like these characters. There were some arcs that I thought were really good, and I'm still excited for the future. And overall, I can't even really change my overall rating because we just have to see where it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah. Do you have a rating for the season or anything? No.
Probably like a 6.
Yeah. Yeah, a 7 seems a little high, but I'll just keep it at a 7. Fucking okay. That's that. Give me a sec. All right. So, now we can talk about Hard Boiled or Iron Claw. Do you want to pick one? You don't care? Let's talk about motherfucking. Let's talk about Iron Claw. Yeah. I like this movie. I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I just watched WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a great time to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Well, WrestleMania was crazy. Do you know what happened?
No.
Well,
Talk to me.
shit, I'll just say really quick. Roman Reigns had the belt for like 1,315 days, the longest reign ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody Rhodes beat that guy. But, you know, he was winning, and then he got jumped by like Roman's cousin. And then Cody Rhodes' friend came, and then his brother came, and the brothers were fighting. And then Cody was getting jumped in the ring by two guys, Roman and his cousin, and then John Cena came.
Oh shit!
Fucking FU'd Roman Reigns and FU'd his cousin on the table, broke the table, like the announcer's table.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Rock came.
Oh
had to stare
shit!
down John Cena, and he fucking rock bottom John Cena. And then the Undertaker came. It was like dong, went all black. And then Undertaker came, chokeslammed The Rock.
Oh shit! That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Actually, no. Before that, another wrestler, Seth Rollins. You know that is?
No, I'm looking these up as you say them. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's like another massive guy in the company right now.
Okay.
He came. Him and Roman Reigns early in their career used to be in a group called The Shield.
Okay. I saw
Seth Rollins
Eye Patch Wolf's video, so I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Seth Rollins betrayed Roman Reigns
and
hit him in the back with a chair, and that became the end of like their friendship. And then like Seth Rollins came to
help him.
Came with a chair to come hit him, to hit The Rock though, and then Roman Reigns intercepted him and knocked him out, and then that's when the Undertaker came and chokeslammed The Rock. He came dong, went all black, came in, appeared behind The Rock, chokeslammed him.
Wait, Roman Reigns hit Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's on the Rock.
He got FU'd by John Cena, so he was out.
Right.
And while everything was happening, then when Seth Rollins came, he got up, knocked Seth Rollins out.
Okay.
And then the Undertaker came, chokeslammed The Rock, then left.
So the goal of the final thing is to grab the belt or something?
No, it's just to pin.
Okay. But there's so many people, who's supposed to win?
It's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
Okay. So all the people that came back for a second, is the implication that they could win?
No.
Okay.
They're just coming to help.
Okay.
Because Roman Reigns' family has been jumping people, dominating.
Oh, okay. So The Rock, whose team is each person on? Whose team is John Cena?
It's The Rock is with Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Because they're Samoan, and they're distantly related.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of the thing, right?
That's cool.
And then his Roman Reigns' cousin is named Solo. He's Samoan. Then he has then his other cousins they're twins, and they're also Samoan. So there's all a bunch of Samoans. Then they're like I said, the twins are fighting each other because they beef.
Mm-hmm.
And then Solo is jumping Cody with Roman Reigns, and then John Cena, blah blah blah. Right. Then after The Rock got chokeslammed by Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns got up, picked up the chair that Seth Rollins had, and was gonna hit Cody Rhodes, but then he looked at Seth Rollins, and it was the implication was, remember when you fucking hit me in a chair back 10 years ago? And he fucking bam, and it hit him, and he felt just like how Roman felt. It was literally a callback from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And then because he did that, the implication was Cody Rhodes, he rested, healed up enough to come finish the job, and then Cody Rhodes came, did his finisher 3 times, pinned him. It was the crowd was crazy. It was crazy. I felt like a kid again watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It was spectacular.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
I think you should watch it, even though you don't follow the story. It was so insane.
Yeah, I have enough context of. I watched. iPatch Wolf made a really good video on Roman Reigns, and that was my favorite WWE thing that I've consumed. So I'm actually
Yeah.
like really interested. Is it on YouTube or?
Yeah, you can probably see like when people start joining, you can probably watch
WrestleMania
from there.
40?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll
And
check it
people
out.
saying it's the best WrestleMania ever.
Mm.
But the thing is with the Undertaker, it was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin who came. And because Stone Cold has a crazy history with The Rock. They've been rivals for their whole career. It was supposed to be Stone Cold,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess they couldn't get him. So, but the Undertaker came, and it was still hype. But if it was Stone Cold, it would have been the craziest thing ever. But yeah, after watching WrestleMania, I was like, I watched it that Iron Cloud now, and yeah, I like the movie, but I'm kind of upset because they were missing one brother that committed suicide too,
Hmm.
and I'm kind of pissed they didn't show him. But I guess they were saying that it would be too sad. I guess that's what I've heard about, like him, the reason for him not being in the movie. Yeah, he was the youngest brother, and he was like he wasn't physically like big like his other brothers, but he wanted to be a wrestler. Then he ended up like killing himself before Carrie, I think.
Before which one's Kerry?
Before the last guy,
Okay.
the guy who shot himself in the.
But even
the gun.
before like the mentally challenged brother?
I think it was after him.
Okay.
Well, after him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because after the mentally challenged one passed away, like he filled his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Then he killed himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah, there probably was a way to do it, but I think the like I bought the Blu-ray and I was watching the behind the scenes, and I think he was just saying like for like the pacing and like how like I executed it, like I felt like it just kind of worked better if he wasn't in it and stuff. Which is it's very weird.
That's such a vital thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like they just like his brother didn't even exist, you know.
I know. For the experience of like a very passive viewer that doesn't like know or care enough to like research, but if you're into it, that is weird. And I also feel like deep down it was made for the people. It was made like for the family.
Yeah, I don't really see like a lot of people outside of wrestling people to watch this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, the wrestling diehards are watching, the wrestling like fans, wrestling casuals are watching, like even people like me who watched wrestling as a kid are watching it.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like people who have no idea about wrestling are tuning in. So I feel like why not?
Some people. It gained a little bit of traction.
Of course, don't get me wrong, but like I'm talking about like generally like my dad is not gonna watch this movie.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like not like people have no idea, but so I feel like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
it is weird. You're right.
I was kind of pissed, I'm not gonna lie. But still, the movie alone was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it just depends on how much that matters to you. That does sound pretty lame. That's pretty lame.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think one thing the movie does, like, these guys were like, I don't feel like the movie really
honed in on it.
Honed in, but like these guys were so famous. Like they were so big. Like I watched a documentary after.
What's the name of the documentary?
It's on YouTube. It's like 40 minutes long.
Then
that's when they was talking about what really happened and like the other brother.
Yeah. I'll watch the documentary. I saw someone like who like watched it, wrote a review like I like the documentary more. And that's kind of how I felt about like Oppenheimer. I was like, I like the documentary more.
I watched this one by Vice.
Okay. I'll
the real story of Eric Pro Wrestling Dynasty.
Yeah. Okay.
That one, I was like that because they had Kevin in it.
Yeah.
And Kevin's talking about it from his perspective, you know. And I mean, I really like the documentary. Really nice.
Yeah, I was watching the behind the scenes and Kevin's. Oh my God, 3 months ago. Is it that recent? Like, holy shit. Okay. Yeah, on the behind the scenes, I saw Kevin, and he's like skinny as fuck. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
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 Zac Efron really.
Carried. I really liked him. He was great in this. Too.
Yeah. He looks so like badass,
bro. It's cool because we have perspective on how skinny he was. So seeing him this jacked is like,
he's huge.
Fuck. Like, yeah, he's fucking huge. It's actually crazy. It honestly, like, go ahead.
Carrie, the real Carrie is bigger. Like, he's massive. But the Carrie actor is like small. Not small, like straight, but like short.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Carrie, like the real Carrie was fucking huge.
What's
even David? David was 6'8".
David was the guy from Triangle of Sadness.
I don't know if he's in that. I didn't recognize him for that. But he was the guy who died in Japan.
The guy who...
The first one to die.
Okay. Yeah, he was the main character in Triangle of Sadness.
Was he?
Yep. I didn't recognize it at first. I have to look it up.
I didn't know.
Default white man.
Really? I have to go look at.
Yeah. Look at his face. Yeah. He didn't bulk up enough. I was like, that's the guy that needed more flesh on those bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harris Dickinson. Yeah. Triangle of Sadness. Yeah.
Yeah, that is him.
That is him. He is him.
But yeah, Zac. Whatever. What a specimen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Man.
Yeah, Zac Efron was not really in like real movies. Oh yeah, he was High School Musical boy. And then he
was in Neighbors.
Neighbors, Baywatch, some comedies. He was in some like animated movies, but like I mean like movies like you know, like artsy movies. This is like the first like real one, which he was in Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile as Ted Bundy. I remember that was a big deal. That's something I would never watch, but is that a movie? Or is it a show? I think that's a movie. Yeah, but he was in that. He's always been like the teen heartthrob, like the guy that the girls like. And I feel like this was like the first time.
He brings in like the bitches.
Yeah. This is like the first time. I mean, he probably would for this too, but it feels like there's something for me this time. I liked him in Neighbors. I remember as a kid, like I was like, this is gonna stick with me. Like I liked this movie a lot.
That movie was sick.
I want to rewatch that. But yeah.
Yeah, Diane Clark. Yo, the dad.
Dude, that guy was great. I fucking love that guy, bro. The opening scene, I was like, this movie looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Like that opening scene where he's in the car and he's like, listen kids, remember that like nobody can hurt you if you're the strongest. And I really relate to this movie because my little extended family of like cousins that live in Easton are just like these characters. It's like 4 brothers. The oldest one like looks like Zac Efron. I'm being like so serious. He's like that big. And it's just like, you know, and they're going through their whole own set of like trials and tribulations right now. And it's making me like think about, you know, I feel like to get to that level and for all of them to be like buff and like kind of ripped, you know, they had to be pushed by their father. And I love that scene so much. I can imagine like Kevin like watching that and just like crying or something. Like that was a great scene. I loved like the reason why I like this movie is because it is like a biopic movie and it's just like telling the story, but the framing of like the curse and the music, I think the music is really why I was like, this movie's awesome. The music, like everything about it worked, but the music like really held it together and made everything feel kind of like the music made it feel like this grand epic, almost like, I don't want to say, yeah, like it felt like a Greek tragedy. Feels like this
Yeah.
family of like great people just like suffering these great like hardships that aren't deserved. You know? And I thought it was pretty beautiful. Like I love the soundtrack so much.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, that must have been crazy during that time for them.
Yeah.
It's like one by one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad. The documentary makes it so much sadder.
Yeah.
But the movie is like, the movie's kind of like uplifting.
Yeah. I really,
because
go ahead.
Even when like Carrie died, and you see him on the boat, and he sees his brothers. I was like, man,
that was awesome. I love that they did that.
And then you see his little brother, who is like his older brother.
Yeah.
Who has him, Jack, I think.
Yeah.
Man, that was dope. And then Jack, I think, was like, I used to have like 5 brothers. I'm a brother to no one now.
Yeah.
Very sad, but you know, but it's like, you know, at least his kids have brothers, you know, they're brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that scene of him just looking at him.
Yeah.
That shit hit.
It was really cool. It was like, yeah, like when you have kids, like, you know, it's almost like every trial and tribulation that you've been through is like worth it. It's like I don't know, like he could have killed himself, but it's almost like his perseverance through it all paid off.
Oh my, yeah, there's something crazy in the documentary. Damn, I wish I could say now.
You can tell me. You can tell me. I'm still gonna watch it.
No.
No? Okay.
You just watch, but yeah. I saw his Hall of Fame speech after the movie. He was inducted in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. After the movie, I was kind of so invested.
Yeah.
I was looking up a bunch of shit about him. And that's when I saw the documentary.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that with the real life context, I appreciate it a lot more. If this wasn't based on a true story, I wouldn't like it as much.
Yeah.
But that,
and seeing when Ric Flair pulls up, it's like it's like seeing Goku. Oh my god! Yeah, everyone knows Ric Flair.
Yeah, even I know Ric Flair.
And
I've never seen a real clip of him though. I'm looking at it right now.
I used to see him as a kid. Like, damn, who's this old fucking guy? He's always been old. He's been old forever.
He's been old forever. Yeah. Is he?
He looked old in the movie. He was old when I was a kid, and I was really old now.
I typed in Ric Flair. Okay, Offset and Metro Boomin. Ric Flair is in the music video. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
but
cool.
Yeah, he's such an icon. I saw him like, oh shit.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And the whole thing where it's like, yo, and with their dad, when Kevin has that first fight against the champion and like loses, and then his dad's like, and then like David grabs the mic and he talks for him because Kevin's not good on the mic.
Yeah.
And then his dad, after in the locker room, was like, not after, but his dad was like, my sons are gonna be the champion, starting with David.
That was so on the nose and so like funny, like no subtlety. I love and I imagine there's a real clip of that you could look up, and he probably said it exactly the same or something. Yeah. But I was like, holy shit, like that's not like no subtlety at all. Just like
Kevin's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I know. That is so fucked up.
And then like David gets his shot in Japan, and then when he died, it was like, oh my god, you know, it came out of nowhere because it's kind of hinted because he was like coughing blood and shit
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
I didn't think it was gonna be that abrupt. It really hit.
Yeah,
It hit
yeah,
with the dude with. I liked hearing it from the dad's mouth too. You know, it hit even harder because it's like, wow, that shit just rolled off the tongue. Like for the dad, he
Mhm.
didn't even like. He didn't even like stutter.
yeah.
You know, and that element makes it even harder. But yeah,
That shit hit.
were you thinking of other wrestling movies while watching this?
No, I don't think I've seen a other wrestling movie.
Or like I was thinking a lot about Raging Bull. Raging Bull's a boxing movie, but
Yeah,
yeah, I was thinking a lot about boxing and like anything that had to do with like fighting in the ring, because it's like I don't know, it's same diff. Like even though this is wrestling, I was thinking about Monkey Man because Monkey Man had wrestling in it, and it was kind of similar in some ways, even though it's a completely different type of movie. But him wrestling is like a big part of it, or like fighting in a ring. And yeah, I was just kind of thinking about elements of this movie and comparing it to like Raging Bull and like even Creed. Like I'm thinking about Creed right now. And there's a lot of like beats and like just moments in those other movies, and like I like those movies more is what I'm trying to get at. And I was thinking that kind of throughout the whole thing, because the writing in those movies, like you learn so much about every character in like Creed and Raging Bull, like like a movie like this, and a lot of the themes of this movie are very similar to like the themes of like Raging Bull. It's not exactly the same, obviously they're different movies, but just men being the product of like their own destruction, and like generational trauma and shit. It reminded me a lot of, and Creed's like similar. I mean, Creed's not like a sad story exactly. It's like more uplifting than this, but they all kind of got this like thing linked together. And I feel like this one had a priority to kind of capture these moments for the people that are still alive, and like for like what's going on with them, and I think that's respectable and that's good. But there's a part of me that's like, there's like a, if you took maybe more liberties with certain things. I mean, they literally removed a whole brother, which is like kind of crazy, but it could have gone harder.
yeah.
That's how I felt a little bit, but it was still great. It was still really good.
It's like making a Goku biopic without Piccolo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any movie about like toxic, a lot of like kind of nearly all of Martin Scorsese's movies are like this. Like, is this what you'd call toxic masculinity? Not with these like four brothers, like
With the pops, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but with the pops. And like, if you want a movie about like where the main character is the dad, that's basically Raging Bull, and I love Raging Bull. That movie's so good. That movie's really good, and I was just thinking about that the whole time. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring that up really quickly, and because these movies, like, it's not just the fact that they're in a ring fighting people. It's like, the themes are similar, and I just find that to be like, if I want to watch a movie like this, honestly, I will revisit those movies first before I revisit this one. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And the main difference between this movie and those movies is the writing. I think the writing in this movie was like surface level, kind of. And I don't, it doesn't matter because the story was really good and the acting was really good. But like on the tier list, it's like, lower because of that. But still, cool ass movie. The guy from The Bear, that guy's he's so cool. I love like his face. Like he's so, yeah. You like, have you seen that meme of just him like sitting there? It's like super old now, but you know the show The Bear on Hulu?
Nope.
No? Okay. He's the main character of a show that is getting like a lot of buzz. And after watching this movie and after watching him in it, I'm like, I gotta watch that show. I loved like him like at high school or wherever he was like working out, and then on the bus ride back, he's got his hand like on the thing. I'm like, oh my god, so cool. Yeah. Dude, when they pulled up and he like didn't have a leg, I'm like, fuck. Like, damn, he's just going on a motorcycle ride. That's the thing with this movie. I feel like some, obviously it's like just trying to be accurate to like what actually happened, but there's so many parts where I'm like, I'm accepting some of the writing and like some of the blanks not being filled in because it's based on a true story. I'm kind of like being generous because of that. But I, I'll hop off that. It was really good. I loved every scene with the dad. I'm trying to think like what was the best part with the dad outside of like the opening. Oh man, I loved when his brother died, like the first one, and then it was like the two brothers like sitting on the bench, and the dad's like, we can't let this stop us. We gotta rethink how we're gonna get the belt. I was like, God damn, that hurts. That sucks. Oh, I love when the other brother killed himself and he's like choking his dad. He's like, oh, you were watching him. Yeah. They never said like that the dad died, right? Or like they never talked about it. I think they said it at the end card. I don't remember. But yeah, the dad was great. The mom was great.
I actor looked like the real guy too.
The dad?
Yeah. It looked. That's a great cast right there.
Yeah, really good cast. I think that guy was in Fight Club apparently. Was in Fight Club. Was in a bunch of shit. But yeah, that's that's scary. Gotta have big hands for that to be pretty effective. Big fingers. But yeah, that's all that might be all I got. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say. I wasn't really into the youngest dude's acting. Like the one that got mentally challenged, but I don't know. I wasn't really clicking with it. But besides that, good movie. I liked it. The thing you said about the one brother not being there kind of has me rethinking my rating a little bit. I gave it a 7, but I might bump it down to a 6 because of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But do you have a rating?
I'll probably go 6.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me pause this. All right. The last one, the one that I recommended, Hard Boiled, 19. I don't know.
1992.
92. Thank you. Hard Boiled, 1992, directed by John Woo, the primary like tentpole director of Chinese Hong Kong action films, and a lot of people say like this is kind of I think considered the poster child for like a bunch of Hong Kong like action movies. It's like a whole little subgenre in and of itself. And I wanted to recommend this to you because I remember watching this for the first time and being like, these are some of the craziest action scenes I feel like I've ever seen. I've never seen like all these destructible items like in one like scene. This is crazy. A lot of coordination, a lot of, I don't know, just risks being taken, like making fight scenes like that where a bunch of shit breaks and it's like, all right, this is the one shot we get. Everything's gonna break, so let's make sure it works. And it's just cool, and it's just action. And I after watching it, I didn't connect with it nearly as much this time. And that's why I was like, Manny, do you got something else to recommend? Because I'm not feeling too confident about this. But what did you think?
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I like the look, the vibe.
Yeah. I like the music. I like the theme song.
I don't remember the theme song.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. I was about to sing it.
Kind of all I remember was like the hospital scene.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Thing.
Yeah, I know. Them going down the
so
corridors. It was so long. It was like the last hour of the movie. They kept cutting back to the people outside too. That was another thing.
Yeah, it was so long,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fire though.
Yeah.
It was like it was full out John Wick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. You know, these older movies have like the cheesy gun sounds and the when you put a sound system, but like these older movies, these older action movies, like where the enemy can clearly shoot the motherfucker, but this doesn't.
Yeah.
But that comes with like all like old, old action movies like Rambo, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's one thing about John Wick. John Wick really
is thoughtful about that or conscious of
yeah,
it.
because John Wick, even though he's wearing a vest and he could get like headshotted.
I don't know. It's like he dodges it. It's like
yeah, but at least he's like it's more thoughtful. And plus, in this one, I don't really think they don't like reload. Barely.
yeah, I love that. I love that they don't do that. I don't think they really do that much in John Wick either. But
no, what?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's been a while. Bro, some fight scenes, he'd be going and he'd be like boom, 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 boom. I don't know.
He's so fast. Like, he actually like practiced that shit in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's like because that's the major part. Like with John Wick, people say like, yo, like his gun ability is so great.
Yeah.
You know? And I've seen videos of him like practicing and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've seen a bunch of times like, it's probably in 2 or 3, but like he shoots motherfucker, or like he's gonna shoot, but the gun clicks and his click, and they're like both like.
Yeah, I remember that
but
one.
You see him.
That's
like,
the one.
Nasty,
that's the one time I remember the reload.
Right now, but he reloads a lot though.
Okay.
He reloads a lot.
All right.
That's like the best part of John Wick.
Yeah.
But this one they don't reload. I think the main character, Akira, he only like reloads his shotgun once in the elevator. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But still, it was really dope. The whole hospital thing, all the explosions, motherfuckers are shooting fire hydrants, riding on carts.
Oh yeah, when he jumped on the cart and it's like silence pistol, like pew 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 pew.
The way they would like shoot around a corner.
Yeah.
No, it was epic, and like the setting, the hospital was so.
It's cool.
Like you see like the whole hospital. You see everything, like
every hallway, every fucking crevice, like
all the desks, like the reception desk. They're using it like they really use the environment to its fullest. You know? And that was really impressive. And for how long the scene was, it's like wow.
Yeah.
They really made most of that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They really made the most of it. I really found it funny how the guys would like die. They were like, you know how like when they're shooting at the cops outside and they're hanging out the window, they get shot. They be like,
yeah.
And I like how like the bad guys, even though they don't seem like really good when the two main guys are like running through them, they would kill like the spec ops guys too. You know what I mean? So I like how they made it. It wasn't just like a slaughter.
Yeah.
One-sided.
Yeah, they did feel somewhat like a threat, even though the two main characters were pretty OP. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I can really only talk about the hospital scene.
Yeah,
and the opening scene too was sick.
Yeah,
sliding down the stairs.
Yeah. So John Woo movies are very like considered pretty inspirational for like Max Payne and stuff, and like the slow-mo like dive, like dual wield like shit. There's probably a game where you can do literally like the fucking stairwell like slide. That's probably in like a Max Payne game.
Probably.
But they actually made, when Max Payne like was popular, they actually made like a video game with like the main actor from this as like the main character, and it was like John Woo's Stranglehold for Xbox 360. And it's pretty cool. And like imagine playing something like this. I mean, it's Max Payne. Like if you want to play this as a video game, it's Max Payne. But if you want to play it as Chow Yun-fat, the main actor, you got the actual game. So that was cool. But I love that opening sequence. Like I can't get over how cool that restaurant is with the birds and shit, and like all those like bird cages and stuff, and great setting. I think this time I was surprised when I got to a point where I was really paying attention to the story this time and really like trying to retain it, and I wasn't really connecting with it. I didn't really like enjoy it. And by the time we get to the hospital fight, I like the fight, like whenever they're fighting people, but they cut back to the outside a lot. And the first time I didn't mind that, but on this viewing, I kind of didn't care, possibly because I knew nothing was going to happen. And now this time I felt like, what is even the point of like seeing what's going on outside? Like, why are you showing this to me as much? You know, let's get back to the stuff that's going on inside.
They really honed in on the babies and stuff.
Yeah. The baby ending is fucking hilarious, where he like grabs the baby and jumps out of the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy near the end when he like put the earplugs in the baby and is like shooting people. Bro, when the blood got on the baby's face and he's like, "It's okay, baby, it's okay." that was fun.
Yeah, those little
cotton ball.
Those things are not saving the baby's
ears,
bro.
I know.
My gun right here. Bang, bang.
But I really love that first fight scene because it felt like, I mean, the hospital fight scene feels choreographed, but it feels much messier and much like less focused to me, at least on this watch, than the opening fight. And I loved, there were so many like standout moments in the opening fight, like when he like goes into the room, slides on the table with all the flour, and then like fucking like points his gun right when he falls on the dude's face, boom, shoots him in the face. I'm like, yeah, that was awesome. But another positive thing that I really liked was, this movie kind of has an underlying message of like, the main plot of this movie is that like, there's like cops, this like crime gun syndicate, whatever, and then cops within that crime syndicate, like undercover, but like the dude's not telling them and shit. And everybody is kind of breaking rules and kind of like crossing lines that they shouldn't be, and is just kind of creating even more problems in a more corrupt like system on both ends. And then like, there's the scene at the end when the guy accidentally shoots like a real cop, like like the good guy like shot like an actual cop. And this, like in the beginning, the dude he kills like on the flower scene, that was a cop too. And like rewatching it this time, I was like, what? Like they really glossed over it. They said it in like one of the scenes, and then like it was said like so casually. And I don't know if the subtitles were like, because I watched like a YouTube upload, so I don't know what the actual subtitles would have said, but like it was like some Attack on Titan, like Armored Titan reveals type shit, where it's like, wait, what? Like I had to rewind it. Like the nigga from the beginning was a cop, and there's no like music cue, like dun dun dun, like oh my god, that's like such a big reveal, So at the end when he does it, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like it already happened, and you guys didn't really make a big deal out of it the first time. But like I liked that new character. I love the guy, the origami guy. He was cool.
Yeah,
bro. Honestly, even more than the hospital scene, the best scene in the movie was that nigga like driving the car and the music's playing like, and you're seeing like all of Tokyo, and he's like bobbing his head, and then he goes to the library, puts his finger on all the books, grabs a book, assassinates the guy. I'm like, Fuck, that was so cool. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I immediately when I was on YouTube like searching shit, one of the uploads was like the coolest scene in the movie, and it was like, I'm like, yep, this guy gets it. But yeah, even though even though I felt like the plot didn't make like a lot of sense, and like I could talk about like the granular little things that I felt like weren't communicated very well, and like the idea that the movie was going for wasn't executed perfectly. I mainly just talked about this because I wanted you to see the fights, and I wanted you to just like experience this movie because, you know, it's different. It's not like exactly the same as like other action movies that we watch, and it's cool to see all the shit fucking explode and stuff. Yeah. Hopefully everyone says like this is the best one out of all of his movies, but you know, I really didn't click with the plot. I like the two main characters. When the two main characters are together, that's when the movie's at its best, in my opinion. They got a fun dynamic. That main dude's got like that action hero charisma that you need to be like that cool, and I think he's dope. And I love the side guy. I love the way the guy reacted when he shot the cop. He was like, "Did I shoot a cop?" And he's like, "No, you didn't. Get your head in the game." And then like fuck. And then I love that they're like going through this like character arc during the action scene as they're like blowing people, and he's like, and then they go through a hallway. He's like, "Dude, it was a cop," and he's like, "Yes," and he's like, "Fuck," and then the music kicks in, and then like they go in the next hallway, and it's like, oh shit, like, oh, like that was like action movie, like, you know, peak. But I really just didn't connect with the story or the way it was written, and like certain scenes that were executed prior, and it just kind of, the momentum wasn't there by the time I got to that, so I was a little disappointed with that. But yeah, I don't have to like spend too much time on that. Trying to think of other like key moments. The guy with the bowl cut and like the eye that got removed. That nigga was, oh dude, the scene.
Oh, Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog. That guy was so cool. It really stuck with me the first time I watched it. That scene where like, I don't know if you remember, but they were like on opposite sides of the wall, and there's like a window between them, and they're running down the hall, and they're like, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck. Even this time, and like on this time, it felt so much more brief. I remember in my head like remembering it was like a little longer, and watching it this time I'm like, damn, that was actually like much shorter than I thought. So I thought that was kind of crazy, but fucking that was cool. And I love when he jumps like through the window, and then all the civilians are there, and like they both put their guns down slowly.
Put their gun down.
And then the dude like fucking sprays everybody down. He's like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool."
Now the movie, they were brutal.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of civilians in there.
Mm-hmm. And that's cool. Like, I don't be seeing movies do that, you know?
Yeah, that's very rare.
Yeah. So there were like a lot of emotional beats that were executed very well within the final fight scene. Like, I really liked that Mad Dog part. I really liked when he shot the cop. I liked the baby moment. I thought that was cute. It's all about the babies. It's all about saving the babies, you know? And,
Deaf baby.
Deaf baby. Yeah.
Fucking the main girl was hot.
Yeah. She was pretty cute.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. So visa lo latido. Yeah. The I need to look up the dude, the Japanese actor who gets killed in the beginning. I think he was like a main character in Shin Godzilla, and I recognized him like pretty fairly. And the main actor in this is someone who's like, he was also in Pirates of the Caribbean, which I watched recently. But yeah, I think that might be all I have for this one. I do have some notes. Yeah. I love like he's playing the saxophone in the beginning, and then that's reinforced throughout the entire movie as like the main.
He wants to be a musician.
Yeah, but it's also like the main theme song of the movie, kind of. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of feels like, I like that scene in the beginning when he's playing the music and then it shows the city. it's kind of like not just a song that represents him, but it's also a song that represents the city, and like it's kind of bittersweet nature where it is beautiful and it is kind of cool, but it's also really fucked up. And then it's cool for that to be like the theme of the movie in other scenes. And yeah, this movie's just like the theme is kind of like gun violence, like to an extent, because like so many people die from all these guns in the city being kind of like traded around willy-nilly, and not being regulated in any way, shape, or form. And then the cops like just giving up on like following rules and shit. And I think it really comes to a head when the normal cop like accidentally shoots another cop. And I think that's very potent today. I think it's very like resonant message. But besides all of that, I feel like there was something else. Also, first off, main character's name is called Tequila. Tequila's a cool ass name.
Very cool.
Very cool name. And John Woo, the director, was the guy that he talked to in the bar. The guy he kept like visiting in the bar. That was John Woo. That was cool.
Yeah. And Tequila was in Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, he was Master Roshi. I forgot about that. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for bringing that up. Prepare to eat dirt.
Oh, man. Dragon Ball Evolution. Never seen it.
You've never seen it? Would you want to see it?
No.
No. It's funny.
Maybe one day.
For my birthday, watch it. It's fucking funny. That would be kind of fucked up. But if we watch Dragon Ball Evolution right after Toriyama died, that would be pretty funny.
You see the guy who acted Goku say apologized?
Everyone apologized. The director apologized. The guy who played Goku apologized.
No, I'm talking about like when Toriyama died. He was like, sorry, like Sensei Toriyama for making that movie, but
did he say that?
I think so.
Are you fucking serious? That's actually
Pretty
crazy. Sure. Wow. The main actor said that?
I think so.
He didn't make
Maybe.
the movie. It's not his fault. It's not. I don't that's so sad. Yeah. All right. I think that might be all I got for Hard Boiled. Little flick. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Didn't connect with it that much, but fun fights. Lots of explosions. I want to see the other fights. I'll check out the other movies. Yeah. You got anything else?
3, 5, 6.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's it for this one, Manny. I don't know if there's if we do another episode, it's gonna be next month, maybe the month after. I'm not sure. You don't have to recommend a movie right now, but are there any movies that like you're interested in that you might want to recommend or want to bring up?
I don't have any right now.
Alrighty. Any other topics? I still got some time.
Oh. Well, I'm going to a party.
Oh, okay.
Like my godfather's birthday.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
I picked up a new hobby in game.
In gaming.
Yeah.
No more Elden Ring? Something else?
No.
Something new?
I am now a trophy hunter.
Oh my god, yes! Awesome! Manny, I cannot tell you how much I love achievement hunting and trophies. I love it.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks ago, I had 1 plat trophy. It was rainbow. Now I have 15 plat trophies.
Whoa! So
I'm about to have 16.
So when you trophy hunt, do you play like any game nearly? Like you'll kind of go out of your like wheelhouse?
I feel like now, like I will now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was my
Like,
experience.
It's a lot of games. Like I started with, like, have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
and I beat it. And I was gonna like, when I was playing it, I was like, I'm gonna beat it, and I'm gonna also do all the side stuff, all the yin yang. I was like, well, I might as well plat it. And I noticed I was like so close to platting,
Yeah.
so I platted it. I was like, at my other trophy, I was like, I have so many games I have close to platting, but just never really plat. Like
Spider-Man.
for example,
Spider-Man was a very fun game to platinum. That was like the best part about that game for me.
Like a lot of games I was close but never did. Like I plat Rocket League, I plat PUBG.
Yeah.
Which only 0.1% of motherfuckers did.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I plat Minecraft the other day. I plat Elden Ring the other day.
Nice.
I plat UFC 4. I'm about to plat UFC 5 now.
Awesome. What would you say is the hardest game that you've platinumed? Like, what's the one you're the most proud of?
I'm not gonna lie. All the ones I've done, PUBG.
PUBG. Yeah. Well, do you know what the hardest achievement or hardest trophy was?
PUBG?
In just anything. In anything. Maybe not the hardest one, but which ones stand out as like, wow, that one was fucking difficult?
In UFC 4, there's an online mode where you would have to like win 6 fights in a row.
Oh shit.
To win. And like, online trophies, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh my god.
Because UFC 4 came out like 4 years ago, and I platted it the other day. Mm-hmm. So like I re-downloaded it, platted it.
Oh yeah, and then
like I was doing it, and I was like, thank God there's still a player base, because I still find the games quick.
Yeah.
But when I won the 6th game in a row, I literally screamed. So that's my best.
I screamed. Yeah, it's a great feeling.
It was so nerve-wracking because I got to the 6th fight.
Yeah.
And we were both like one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like approaching me. We're both one shot. He's approaching me. I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna throw some stupid shit. I threw a punch and it keeps me in the face.
Dude, I remember like back in the day, I'd be like DMing people. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get a trophy, bro. Can you just let me like win or let me do this really quick? Because sometimes it'd be stupid shit. It'd be like, do this 5 times in a match. I'm like, I would never do that 5 times in an online match of.
Yeah, like, some of them are so like ridiculous.
Yeah, and
like the single player ones are always fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the multiplayer ones are like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to show you. I literally did that. This fucking dickhead, bro.
This fucking dickhead.
I'll literally show you. I did it too. This for UFC 4 because I was trying to move on.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay.
Got that shit full screened.
Look, I was like, please let me win. I want to plat the game. He said, you won't get better that way. I'm like, motherfucker, this game is old.
That is so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god.
I don't care about getting better. I stopped playing years ago. I re-downloaded because I'm close to platinum. Never ask someone to let you win. Earn it. Like, bro, you're not Naruto. You are not Naruto.
That is fucking insane. That's actually so weird. Wow.
I didn't make this guy. This guy was like, I asked him, and he let me win.
Oh,
but the time he let me win, I lost the last fight.
Oh. Why was he?
And then I texted, then on my final run, my 5th fight, I texted the guy. I was like, yo, just let me win. Bro doesn't respond. I fuck him up. And I replied, I was like, never mind, I just win. I hit him with the Gojo meme. And then
the Gojo meme.
And then in my final fight, I was like, I asked him, my final fight, got the plat. I was like, I hit him up. I was like, bro, let me win, bro. I want to plat the game. And his response was, wait, damn. And then I just beat him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're a dickhead, bro.
Yeah.
If motherfucker genuinely, bottom of my heart, if someone texts me that, bro, win, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just playing for fun, and you're actually trying to plat the game, sure.
Yeah. Anybody who can relate to that, anybody who's platted a game understands with online components. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm trying to we got to put a pin in this if I can't find them right now, but like my Xbox, I got to send you my Xbox because it's Xbox and some games on PlayStation that I platted. I was trying to platinum Attack on Titan 2, which is hard as fuck. It's actually really hard. So that's like the one that I was like really aiming for. But I'm trying to think like what was like one of the most proud like platinums I've ever got. I got to check on my phone because I'm not signed into my computer. Am I working tomorrow? Yes, I am. Okay. Phone. Let's see.
I'll just say PUBG.
PUBG.
And PUBG, like the trophies aren't hard. It just requires a lot of hours, and plus it's a BR and it's all online.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all depending on your skill. But I've put so many hours into PUBG over the years that I was already close when I started for the plat.
Right.
And one of the trophies was get in a car with the enemy. I was like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
I boosted. Me and my friend queued up at the same time.
Yeah.
Got put in the same game. And I did that.
Yeah, man. The online ones made me really sad because like if you don't have friends to boost and stuff, you just might never get it. And it's so nerve-wracking when you get close to doing something like that and then you miss the opportunity. I will literally like fucking like turn the console off like when shit like that happens and like go into the other room because I'll be so mad. Because I'll only be playing the game for like that moment to happen and then it doesn't happen and I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I
love platting. The Elden Ring plat was good too because...
Yeah, what was the hardest? Was that difficult or how was that?
I don't think it's difficult. Well,
Okay.
you know how the game is difficult on its own.
Right.
So going for the plat isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's as difficult as the game, I'd say. But, you know, doing the plat, even though I beat the game like 7 times.
Yeah.
Doing the plat brought me to places I've never seen and fought bosses I've never fought. So I was like, oh shit.
That's really cool.
So this really worked for a game I love so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know when Dragon Ball Spark and Zero comes out, oh my god, I'm platting.
Yeah. Oh, I platted Naruto. That was yeah, that was one I was proud of.
That's a good one.
And when you plat games, like you play the other modes that you would never play. And then you find out a lot about them. Even if they're not good, you're just there to plat it. So it's like kind of whatever. But like I really liked I appreciated Storm 4's like my favorite plats are like background plats where you can kind of have a podcast on and you can kind of like not really try. And there's a lot like Storm 4 is just like you got to spend a lot of time doing this. And I was happy to get that one, but before you go, I'm trying to fucking log into my PlayStation app to see my plats.
Yeah.
70
do that?
Oh, it shows you how has it always shown you how long you played a game?
No, I think it's no now.
77 hours in Attack on Titan 2. Nice. That's I'm so glad they did that. I hated that that wasn't a thing. I actually fucking hated that wasn't a thing.
I hate that too.
I have 40% of the achievements in Attack on Titan 2. It's gonna take a long time. Let's see. Okay, let me actually since you don't have a lot of time, I gotta like check the other ones.
But when you play it feels so like it's so rewarding.
It's so rewarding because it's almost like
I really did that.
Your PlayStation is telling you you've completed everything you can complete in this game. You don't have to play it anymore.
Bro, the PUBG trophy is called I beat PUBG. Bro, that is hard.
Bro, that shit pops on the screen. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Plat now, like there's a little plat animation. It's like a little nice animation. It's so sick when it pulls up.
I actually don't know what it looks like because I've never seen it. I beat PUBG. I beat PUBG. That's fucking hilarious. It's actually hilarious.
See, you can look this trophy. I got this trophy in 2022.
Wow.
Platinum 24.
Wow. That's
this
cool.
trophy 2021. I like how they tell you when you got them.
Yeah, I like that too. There's a feature where you can compare, like where you can compare it with friends. I don't think I even have you on PlayStation. I don't know how to check this on the mobile app. I guess I have to click each game individually. Storm 4. I think I tried to plat Storm. Nigga, you can't check the fucking. This is actually pissing me off. Hold on. Oh my god, it's just showing me my recently played. Oh, here we go. I have 7 plats on PlayStation. My Hero One's Justice 2. I platted that. That game, that was one of those games where it's like, do this 1,000 times. Those plats were kind of lazy. They didn't like. I mean, it's a fully online game, so I appreciate that they aren't like going crazy on it. But, bro, and I love the feature. I don't think Xbox has this. They might have it now, but I love the feature of not like having the percentage of like how many players got it.
Yeah, bro. It makes it feel so much better.
And it's a cool thing to gauge like the player base and like what people have played, because like sometimes it's not hard, but like it'll be like 0.1% of players did this, and it's like, wow, this isn't hard, but no one played this game mode. Like that just goes to show like how little people cared about this part.
Because Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring's a hard game.
Yeah.
But 10% of people plat the game. That's a lot.
Right.
For this type of game. Because they're like, a lot of Elden Ring fans are like diehard, like Souls games from software fans, so they're gonna plat the game.
Right.
But a game like PUBG, motherfuckers aren't playing to plat the game. So that 0.1 is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even for games like UFC 4, like no one plays any sports games to plat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why 0.1, like FIFA, like no one gives a fuck about those.
Have you ever
a game where people give a fuck, like Elden Ring? A lot of people will go for that.
Yeah. Have you ever platted a game and been disappointed with like how quick you got it or how easy it was? Like I'm looking right now, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. The plat was so easy in this game that like by the time I got the plat, I didn't do everything in the game, and like there were still more things to do, and that's like not a good feeling. Like the plat for this, look at this. Oh, my shit's probably backwards, but it says 18.7% of people got the platinum in this game. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. And that's just like, sometimes they just don't care. They're like, we don't care about making a good platinum.
Yeah. You can tell.
Yeah.
Because like the Elden Ring ones are really good.
Yeah.
Just because they brought me to places I've never seen. I beat the game 7 times. Yeah. I've never seen these places I've been to.
Spider-Man is not a great game, but it's got like a fun plat because it's just like, it's just like all the basic things that you'd like need to do for a game like that. Like do all the side missions, like collect all the collectibles, do these time trials, and the like, rarity. 8.4% of people got the platinum in Spider-Man. That's a lot too, because it's much easier in that game. But go ahead.
Yeah. Like Ghost of Tsushima, that one literally takes you everywhere. It's a bunch of collectibles, a bunch of like side missions. Yeah. And it's fun. It's fun doing it. Like I was doing it without even noticing. You know what I mean? But then there's some like hidden ones where like there's like secret shrines that you can bow to. Yeah. That'll give you like a secret animation. I didn't even know that was part of the game. So I went for the plat trophy. Yeah. And there's like a Sly Cooper outfit you can get in the game. That's one of the trophies too.
Whoa! In Elden Ring?
No, in Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay. That's fucking sick.
I love trophies like that.
Yeah, that's really fun.
But the ones where it's like, yo, beat the game 5 times, nigga.
Yeah. I kind of like those sometimes. Sometimes it feels really good to like if it honestly, for me, if it's a hard game, like if you're playing like a Call of Duty game and you beat that shit on Legendary, that is so rewarding. Even if it's bullshit, even if like the game's like not balanced properly, when you beat it, it's like you can tell all your friends like, yo, how many CODs did you beat on Legendary? Like, you know, I used to tell my friends that. I remember my cousins, like my Iron Claw family. I told my cousins like, yo, our Halo was our game. Our game was Halo. And I remember watching them like play Halo on Legendary. And I remember when I like was like in my freshman year of high school and I called them and I'm like, guys, I just beat Halo on Heroic. And they're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I did. Trust me. I beat Halo 4 on Heroic. And it was hard as fuck. It was so goddamn hard. But yeah. Oh man, dude, this conversation could go on like forever. I'm just looking. Naruto Storm 4. Oh, I do have the platinum. Oh, I don't have the DLC. I don't have the. So I have the I got all the achievements on Xbox and on PlayStation. I love this game. I fucking love this game, Manny. This game was my life, bro. Yeah. 1.3% of people got it.
If I had it, I would do it. But I had it on disc on PS4.
Oh, okay. It would be easy to get.
That was my last disc.
That was your last disc? Damn. Yeah. Storm Connections, I guess.
fucking yeah. Like I don't know for Elden Ring, 3 of the trophies are like you have to get 3. There's 6 endings
Yeah.
where you have to get 3 of them, and I didn't mind. I was like, shit, I'll beat the game 3 more times. No issue. I don't think like I've been like I have the Batman games, but I don't know. That seems like a daunting task.
Have I played the Batman games? Did I play them on Xbox? I played them on Xbox. I have to check. That's going to be all right. I don't know if when you have to leave, but this will be the last thing I check because I loved the Batman games, and I don't remember if I platinumed them. So let's see. Batman Arkham Knight. This was definitely one that I played the most. Okay, some of these were fucking hard. I did not platinum this shit. This was like the thing about Batman is like if you want to platinum it, you actually have to be really good at the game. And Spider-Man is a game that like does not take that much skill. Batman gameplay wise is so similar to Spider-Man, but it actually requires a lot of skill. And the stealth in Batman is much better, and it's a much bigger component of the game. And stealth is so hard in that game. Oh my God. And like there will be these like stealth trial rooms where it's like, oh, this is like a custom stealth area that's not part of the open world, but it's like just this one area. And I think part of the stealth was like you can't do the same shit like 7 times, which is how I would do it in the main game. I'd hang on a gargoyle, grab that nigga, and just do it over and over and over again. But in this one, it was like you got a time limit and you got to do it in like 3 different ways. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I can't. I'm just not good at that improvisation. But now that I'm older, I might try that shit. If my hands ever fucking heal.
I know.
I might give that
like
shit a try.
The first game, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Because I beat that game, and the game's kind of short, but it's like one of the trophies is beat it on hard. I was like, ooh.
I think on the hardest difficulty, the signifier for counters does not pop up over people's head, and there's a slowdown. I mean, this was in Arkham Knight. I don't know if it was in Asylum, but there was a slowdown whenever a character characters move really fast, but whenever they do like an attack animation, the animations slow down like a lot so that you have time to counter. But on hard mode, it does not do that. And that's really cool because by the time you beat the game, if you really want like an extra challenge, that's like what you should do. You should play that. But dude, it's fucking hard. And Batman can kind of be bullshit sometimes because people have guns like off screen and shit, and like, and sometimes like a nigga will pop out of like nowhere and like fucking like slug you, and you're like, what the fuck? So I feel like
you're Batman. Are we supposed to see that coming?
No. No.
I got like I'm 60% done with Among Us.
Oh, Among Us has some achievements. That's cool. Looking for more of these. I don't know how to filter them. Call of Duty Ghosts.
That game is fun. The story mode was fun.
Yeah.
They don't call that shit story mode no more.
Do they even do story modes anymore? They don't.
COD?
Yeah, they don't, right?
No. I was talking about games in general.
What
used to be called story.
They used to be called story mode?
You don't remember that?
No, I do. You're right. They did used to be called story mode.
I just had a flashback. I haven't said that in a while.
The good old days. Unlocked achievements. I want to see if I beat this game on Legendary. Beat Ghosts on Legendary. Yeah, a lot of these achievements. Oh man, the way Xbox like kind of organizes it honestly sucks. Date unlocked, the most recent one. I love the custom ones. Manny, when I was younger, I made achievement guides. When one of my first YouTube videos I ever made was when I was like in middle school, and it was an achievement guide for the Scott Pilgrim game. That was cool. One of my old videos, I literally have it. I'm gonna send it to you. One of my oldest videos is like an achievement guide. This is gonna be fun. You're gonna think this is cute. One of my oldest videos is an achievement guide for the Berserk game. And it's such a beautiful feeling when you make a guide and you do it for a game that nobody plays. So you know niggas are going to watch it, number one, and you know that everyone's going to be like, thank you. I had no idea how to do this. Because sometimes the explanation for how to get the achievement is terrible. And like sometimes it's straight up wrong.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people don't care. So they don't whatchamacallit, go out of their way to fix it. I mean, or to like talk about it and tell you how to actually do it. And that's fucking lame.
Yeah. Nah, I can relate. I made I had my YouTube channel with a bunch of videos, but back then I had another channel which I deleted from peer pressure from my brother.
Ah, that sucks.
It's very sad. It's one of my biggest regrets in my life. I had a ton of videos when I was a kid. A lot of good videos.
Why did your brother convince you to delete it?
This is just calling them like lame and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah. One of my biggest regrets in my life. But I had a video, I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I saw a video on how to get these rare items, and then I was doing them. And then I found a faster way to do it, so I made a video on it. And I had an intro, like my character was like posted up. What's up, guy? I'm gonna tell you a guy how to get these shit the fastest way. And I was doing it in the video, I edited it and shit, and it got like 10K views.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I'm about to become a YouTuber.
Yeah, man. Achievement guides, like people watch that shit. This one had 2,000 views, which is not a lot, but it feels so good. You only get like a few comments, but people actually like, oh my God, 7 years ago. That's crazy. I just sent it in the thing. But
yeah, I wish I never deleted my videos.
by
the way,
what?
I fucking because I was gonna do where you sent it on what? Discord?
Yeah, I sent it on Discord.
I was gonna do fucking this Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 trophies. Well, bro.
They're hard.
No, bro.
they're tedious.
There's this one trophy that you have to complete like Hercule's challenges, and one of the challenges is to do a combo that no one does. It is it's impossible. Like a YouTuber like made a video about it, like a 20-minute rant about this one combo. He's like screaming, I can't fuck. And like I was trying to do it, and I genuinely like I was up at like 5 a.m. for an hour, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, I'm deleting this game.
Did you delete it?
Yeah, I quit. I was like, I'm not gonna do all the other trophies. I had like 9 trophies to do. I'm not gonna do 8 and then get to this one and can't do it. I'm like, if I can't do this one right now, I'm quitting.
Yeah,
I quit.
Yeah, I made a.
It's so hard.
I made a guide video in Xenoverse 2 on how to get the supernova because I remember like. Yeah, I remember that shit was really hard. Oh, that was for the beta too. Oh, those were good days. Those are good days, man.
I look at these comments.
Yeah, these comments are so sweet. Oh, I had a samurai Champloo profile picture before. That's crazy.
Now this could possibly
my voice. And I responded too.
For the full game, hey, I'll put that description just so you know that it's for the full game. Now, this is the supernova right here.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
You can any racing, by the way. You do not have to be a Frieza race. As you can see, I'm Namekian, and it does work with Blue rays, the Earthling.
That's so cool, dog.
Yeah. Look at the comments.
These videos are privated?
They're unlisted. So like if you have the link, you can watch it, but yeah. And I have a playlist that's public so it's public, but like I just don't want it to pop up on my page when you like scroll down. But
I have some unlisted videos too.
Yeah, but look at the comments. Like I love like comments. I love when you like go to the comments and you see like people like answering questions and shit. There's someone like, does this work on the full game? And someone's like, yeah, it does. And I love shit like that.
But this is generally like why I wanted to become a YouTuber. I was looking at your Berserk ones.
Yeah.
Like there was this small YouTuber, and he just played Minecraft.
Yeah.
But like this motherfucker would generally like, he wasn't that small, but he wasn't massive.
right? He's probably getting like 20K.
He would like generally go in the comments and like he had no idea about Minecraft or how to play.
Yeah.
And like all his knowledge would come from purely from the comments. I remember seeing the comments and him talk about it in the next video. And I was like, this is so cool.
It's
like,
really cool. Yeah.
I was like, yo, imagine playing people telling me, yo, you should build this, do that.
Yeah.
That genuinely like made me want to become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
There's something
whatever.
there's something about like a lot of, you know, the popular ones. Even like, did you watch Afro Senju when he was popular? Like playing
No,
Storm?
not really.
Okay. But like a lot of YouTubers that like are popular are people that that don't interact with their audience. And the reason why I like YMS so much is because he does. He's very direct, and he like when he streams, he has 100 people and he'll like look at the chat and like talk with the chat, and he'll like respond and shit, and like, you know, you go back on YMS's like old videos and you'll see videos where he like responds to like every comment and shit too, and it's just like, bro, that's so cool. Like,
I know, I love that, bro.
yeah.
That Minecraft series, like that shit.
I know.
I wish.
You wish you had a Minecraft series. When I was younger, there was like I would like download maps from my computer, and I found a way to like put like code from like Xbox 360 files and put them into my file folder for Minecraft, and I would get Minecraft worlds by downloading them from PC and putting them on 360. And we downloaded like a Mass Effect world where someone like built this giant tower, and me and my friends like put a bunch of TNT in it, and I like uploaded a video. I'm like, look at the tower, oh my god. And I remember like I had like, and this was on my old YouTube channel when I was in 5th grade. I remember I got like 1,000 views on a video, like natural organic views on like a Battlefield 4 beta video. And I was like, the tower falling in Battlefield 4. And I had like a great view of like the tower falling, and all my friends are like, oh shit, the tower's falling, bro. And they're like, oh shit. And it's, those memories. Like, I really am triggered that my friend deleted that. Like, I had that YouTube channel with like 2 other friends, and one of them deleted it. And I'm like, you're a bitch, like, for deleting that.
Yeah. Battlefield 4 is ahead of its time, man.
Yeah, and then
that building falling, games are not doing. That game came out in 2013.
I know, bro. I know.
That's a whole skyscraper falling in a multiplayer game caused by the players.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's crazy. I loved playing Battlefield. That was the beautiful thing about Battlefield. You didn't have to be good. It wasn't about that. At least not for me. It was about like just looking at the things happen. I'm like, I remember like, there was one map where like a dam breaks and it like fucks up like the whole thing. And I remember like I died by that shit, and I was so happy that I died. I'm like, I told my friends like, guys, I died from the dam, and they're like, really? It's just like, because sometimes you miss it. Sometimes you like turn around and I'm like, fuck, I missed it. And a match will be like 40 minutes long, and like sometimes it won't even happen. And
yeah, I just love it. It's caused by the chaos. Like Battlefield 4 is like, it's just such a movie. Like so many years.
Yeah.
Oh man, that game is so good.
It's crazy that when they made the other Battlefields, they didn't understand that was like the main thing people liked about it. And they didn't like, when Battlefield 1 came out, I'm like, all right, fine. Battlefield 1, you know, they still kind of did it in that game, to my understanding. But Battlefield 5, did they even do that? I remember people being like, this is actually ass, or like this doesn't work or whatever. And that really depressed me. That made me actually like very upset, because I'm like, those games were good. That's a shame. Fucking Battlefront does similar things. And Battlefront is like a really stripped down version of Battlefield. But because of that, it's more competitively viable, which is interesting. But those games are dead now because EA fucked everything up. So classic EA.
I love Battlefield. I probably had I had a shit ton of hours on Battlefield.
I was very upset at how difficult it was to control vehicles in that game. Because whenever I got a vehicle, I'm like, I have no idea how to drive this.
No, because the base controls were so weird. Like you would have to go into settings and like
change
put
everything.
normal controls on.
Oh, that was an option?
Controls.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, that's
They
crazy.
literally make it hard.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't even load up my thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I have almost like 1,000 hours on it before.
What's the game? I think I've already asked this question. What game you've invested the most time into?
Rainbow,
Rainbow.
by far.
Yeah.
I think I have like 2,000 hours in Rainbow.
3,000 hours in Rainbow. Oh my god.
It's 9 years.
9 years. I think I got the platinum for Gears of War. That one, no, I didn't. But I beat it on hard. I think I beat it on hard. I think so. Maybe not.
Hold on, bro.
Fuck, I got work tomorrow.